Hello? Hello, YouTube. How are we doing today? Bot's sleeping. Welcome to the live stream, guys. We are playing, you know what day it is. We're playing Phasmo today. Gamers. We're gonna be doing ghost gambling, and we're actually, by coincidence, doing a no evidence all stream. Because, lo and behold, I wanted to do some no evidence today. And the weekly is also no evidence. It's very bright. Bro, flashbang. You got no pills, it's no pills, no sanity, no evidence. So it's no sanity, no evidence. It's the classic. It's the classic no evidence. Now, I think after that, we're gonna do more regular no evidence, because I want to try and focus on today is to, like, remind ourselves of the new ghost abilities, because I keep forgetting that the new ghost exists, and then I keep getting the ghost wrong when I'm doing no evidence, or even just in general, to be honest. Gem, thank you for the 34, and Anonymous, thank you for the gifty. Now we're gonna start with this one, which is actually a cool one. It's on Edgefield, which is a decent one to do a no evidence thing. Yo, Waylon, thank you for the 5 gifties. Thank you. Yeah, I'm talking Obambo, Dian, Galu, those ones. They have actually, like, such overlapping abilities with a lot of the ones that you're probably familiar with, that they're really easy to fool you into thinking it's something else. Yeah, Dian is probably the easiest one, but Galu and Obambo both kind of throw me off a lot of the time. Especially Obambo. Obambo is sneaky as hell. Alright. I think we're just gonna go say hi, YouTube. And then we're gonna spin the wheel. So let's do it. Hi YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome back to Phasmophobia. Today we are back with another weekly challenge, and this one looks like it's gonna be really scary. It's called Survival of the Fittest. You've got no pills, no sanity, and no evidence to work with. It's gonna be a tough one. One of the very few no evidence weekly challenges, which I think there's another one where it's more regular no evidence. This is the one in combination with no sanity, which is something we tend to do very often, but probably not many people out there. So it's gonna be a fun one. I really hope you enjoy. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. But let's not waste any more time. Let's hop into the game. Let's go. Alrighty, let's do it. We also spin the wheel. What do we get today? Many believer wins, I am sure. Obake. I don't know why the frame rate on my wheel is so weird. The ghost is linked to a cursed object. So, we don't get any evidence items, except for some reason the spirit box tier 1, which is extremely troll, because that doesn't do anything. I wonder if the devs think that you can get, like, a Dio ability with this or something, because you can't, because the Dio response is considered to be a spirit box response, right? Unless I'm learning something new today, because that's how I assumed it, at least. I don't think you can use the spirit box. The only evidence you can use is the video cam, which for some reason we don't have, because the video cam can give you mimic orbs. So yeah, this doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. You can't get the Moroi to haunt you, and you can't get the Dio response. So I don't know why they're there, but anyway. Becky Wilson right here. We're gonna investigate. We do have the EMF, which is, I guess, kind of nice, because then we can find the ghost with this thing. Yuya, thank you for the 7. Now, actually, we don't need to do that at all. I forgot this is no evidence, bro, or no sanity. Fucking crazy, bro. This is, like, actually, like, a big boy challenge. The devs don't usually give us big boy challenges. I like what... I mean, there's a few big boy challenges out there. Let me know how this goes for you if you're not used to no evidence, by the way. I should actually grab 2 of these, I think. We could also consider grabbing the tier 1 crucifixes. Bro, this is some horrible garbage items. What are we doing here? The tier 1 smudges, I don't mind at all. But the tier 1 crucifix is just mean. Definitely give tier 2 for a no evidence run. Are you crazy? They absolutely hate us. Let me guess, the breaker's not going to be on for some reason. Okay, thank you. The breaker's at least on. Ay, ay, ay! Okay, huge grace period. That kind of threw me off, to be honest. It's getting speedy. It's blinking like normal. I'm not seeing any, changes. I'm gonna smudge the ghost, 5:45. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. That's a very, very long grace period. I'm assuming we have... Okay, so all hiding spots and long grace period is actually very important. That's a good thing to do. It's very fast. A very good thing to do when this is probably people's first ever no evidence, no sanity, or at least to a few people out there. I'm assuming a lot of people have never done no evidence. Okay, we got a lot of information there. It did get up very fast when I smudged the ghost. We're gonna have to do another test for that. It did seem to be in this room, so what I think we can do, potentially, is just hope that it's gonna dodge our crucifixes. I think we just place these, like, at the... over here or something. Let's see. We wanted to only cover part of the room so that there's a pretty big chance that the ghost will not use it unless it's a demon. Then we need salt as well. So I didn't immediately figure it out there. It didn't seem like it was that obvious unless it was a Galu, but we can figure that out with another hunt. It was already just really fast. We're gonna set up like a wall. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, place the salt, so then hopefully it shouldn't step in the... Bro, you gotta fucking... Excuse me! Rude! Okay, it's been, in 3 seconds here, it's been, 90 seconds. It's not a wraith. Is this... What is going on? Okay, please step in the salt right here. Bit of a crazy ghost. We haven't really set up a poltergeist check here, but this ghost also seems to be going kind of crazy right now. So no wraith, so it didn't teleport to us. Is that an airball? Just turn off the lights. Just turn off the lights for some reason. Okay, it's not stepping in the salt. It could very much be a Galu. So Galu can only step... Like, after it steps in the salt, it will not step in another one unless it's stepping in it, like, right immediately after each other. This seems heavy Galu vibes right now. Although it is also not hunting, and it's been almost 3 minutes and 40 seconds. It's been 3 minutes. So maybe we got another sneaky, sneaky spirit here. Let's rule out some ghosts, shall we? We have a really long grace period, so we don't have to be careful to be killed in the journal. We know it's not a shade because it hunted in the same room as us, right? It literally hunted on top of me right here. We know it's not, like, I don't know what's up with my mouse. Are you seeing how much? Oh! It's in time. It was in time for a spirit. It's not a Galu. It's not a Galu. Bro, relax, man. It doesn't... Unless I counted that wrong, that was like a few seconds before the spirit ran out of time. I don't think it was an Oni, right? Was it slow at the start? Could it be twins somehow? Yeah, it's touching doors. This is actually a very sneaky ghost. I like starting off with a sneaky ghost because that shows how you have to work with these guys. We know... Let's go outside for a second here. I need to see about... I don't know what's up with my mouse. It's like going super weird right now. I'm gonna try and plug it in directly into the computer because this is very annoying. Ah. There we go. I need that cable. I still got this fucking USB drive that I got from the developers. It was in the Nels Diner doggy bag. I actually use it for like editing stuff. Thank you, Debs. Alright, let's see if that fixes it, because it was super scuffed. Hamburger. Alright, let's see. Bro, are you seeing... What is wrong with my mouse right now? Are you... It's so choppy. It's unbelievable. What the fuck? How do I fix that? I'm gonna close some programs. Maybe like one program is being annoying. Oh. I think that it was my media encoder that was paused. Ah, there we go. Oh, no. Well, still kind of fucked a little bit. It's much better though. Let me quickly check the task manager. If anything is going crazy right now. Gotta close some tabs in Chrome or something. What the hell? This is very strange. Phasmo. Discord. Die, Discord. We don't need you. Steam, probably want to keep that one around. Hopefully that works. Ah! It was Discord? What the fuck? You hater? Fuck you, Discord. Now it's working. My mouse was so bad. Okay, I fixed it. Let's rule out all the ghosts. So it's not a die-in because die-in is only based on your speed, which this ghost was just speeding up like normal, which also means it can't be a... it can't be a Thay. It can't be Wraith because it stepped into Salt. Mimic, we can't check for orbs, unfortunately, which is very annoying. Oni blinking and Phantom blinking we ruled out in the first hunt, right? We also didn't see any Obake shapeshift, so that's one. It did hunt, but not close to the Crucifix, so we can't really rule out Demon just yet. Obviously not a Dio, obviously not a Hantu or a Moroi. These would be faster. This would be based on the temperature. This would be faster based on your sanity. Then we have the breaker on, so we can test for Jim, but we need to be a little further away. Galu we tested with the Salt, right? And it didn't speed up after the Salt. Poltergeist, we need to... The Raichu is also off the table. Twins, we need to check a little bit closer. I think we're just gonna go back in now. And like get some distance here maybe to try and test for Jin. We're gonna be like at this distance. If it sees us and it speeds up into this room, then I think we're gonna get, or that should be enough to test for Jin. And that should also be far enough away to test for Myling, because Myling is gonna be quiet when you're further away. Now the yokai test is kind of shitty on this map, so I think we're gonna be better off doing that upstairs probably. Yeah, oh, did it Revenant? No, around a Revenant, of course. And then Poltergeist, I did throw a few things over here, and it doesn't seem to have thrown them very much. It's just kind of annoying, because it broke the lights here, so it could be Mare. Oh, well, hello. Okay, this is not a Poltergeist whatsoever. It did sound a little slow, potentially. Yeah, we need to grab... It seems to be in the hallway, I think. It's really mean that they didn't give us thermometer, and a video cam for this, because those are both extremely important items for a no evidence challenge. Because you can't... Like, you really need to make sure to pinpoint the exact ghost room during a no evidence challenge, and not being able to do that without the thermo is kind of mean from the devs. Slow Bombo, I don't think that was slow enough for Slow Bombo. It was definitely not a Jin. It seems like Obambo Twins I could see because it did seem a little tiny bit slower. It wasn't Myling, right? We just heard that fine. It shouldn't be a spirit, but I guess you'd have that with an asterisk because it hunted like 5 seconds within the window, and sometimes I don't time it very well. So I think we're just gonna leave one of these. I don't think we need two. We're gonna move. I have this right, yeah. We're gonna put a candle over here. See about this, because it seems to be hunting like from this area. So we're gonna put a crucifix. It can't be a demon, that's for fucking sure. Excuse me. Let's try it for a yokai. I was right next to it, bro. How did it not get stopped with a crucifix? Hey! Okay, so as much as like 1540 here. It came into the room just fine, right? Now that could be, so yokai will not be able to detect your equipment from far away. Did you just turn off the breaker? What a dickhead. Yeah, it's not an Obake. No, I don't think so. We already looped it long. We don't have cold breath anywhere, right? We need to find that. I mean, it's hunted from here, so I'm just gonna move this. Oh, it's just cold breath in the hallway. I don't think that should be. Hello. Definitely not an Oni. We already ruled that out, though, right? There we go. Definitely not a shade. It was going absolutely insane-o. We're gonna place. It could still be a mimic, of course, because they didn't give us camera. All right, I need to grab Smudgy. It's been a minute and like 10 seconds right about now for the ghost, so the ghost could start hunting very soon here. Hello? Singing? Banshee is possible. I would like for you to get stopped by this crucifix, please. And then, so I wanted to hunt and use the crucifix before blowing out the candle so we can rule out Onryo. We can rule out Poltergeist. We should be able to rule out Yokai because it did find me in that room pretty easily. Hopefully no troll with that. Obamba would be slower, right? And twins. I would like to do one more hunt work. Hey, there we go. All right, perfect. So it used the crucifix without blowing out the... Another singing ghost event. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe we're onto something. They better have given us the paramic radio. There we go. Wait a minute. Now it's been 2 minutes since the hunt. Or since the smudge. You keep turning off the breaker. You're such a piece of crap. Come on now. Okay, blowing out candles. Banshee? Oh, I did try to hunt. Yeah, that was during this. Definitely no spirit. This is heavy Banshee, bro. Or it feels like it at least. These singing ghost events. Scream at me. Very possible. Now there is still some sneaky ghosts in here that you can't. Seems highly normal sounds, right? Sounds just totally normal. But we can definitely rule out twins. Definitely rule out twins. Onryo can be ruled out for sure. Now, Banshee, Goryo, Mare, Yurei are the 4 horsemen of Phasmo, where you just get absolutely fucked if you have any of these, especially if you don't have the right equipment, like what the devs gave us shit equipment for this challenge. Like, if you're gonna give us especially, like, obviously we'll be okay, but if you're supposed to be, like, this is supposed to be someone's introduction to a no evidence challenge, it's kind of fucked up not to give them a thermometer or a video cam, like, and not even like tier 3 equipment, not even like a tier 1 crucifix. Really? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. So let's do a few light switches, see if we can maybe suss out a mare, but I'm highly thinking here. I mean, we've gotten so many singing ghost events, right? That's so many singing. It's gotta be a Banshee. Now, the problem is with Banshees is that they have a special sound on the paramic. Unfortunately, it's not very reliable. I just heard it, I think! Was that not it? I had to toggle away because the ghost was hunting, but I think that was it. Wait, what the fuck? I was just about to say how you can never count on getting that sound. That was super short though, I'm sorry I toggled it. What the hell? Alright, well we got a Banshee. One of the hardest ghosts to get on a no evidence challenge, so this is boding well for the rest of the challenge right here, but kind of sick to be honest. I always like when I get some of the hard ones, so I get to show, because sometimes with these challenges, if I just get like 3 ghosts that are super easy to figure out during a hunt, it's not very educational for anybody that like wants to do this for the first time, because then you're literally just gonna be like, well, I guess I just need to get lucky. Seems like a good strategy, which, to be fair, you can just try to get lucky. I mean, that should have been a Banshee screen. Plus, we got like 10 singing ghost events. It was indeed a Banshee. Very nice. That was a tough one. Very much a tough one. We got so many ghost events. 9 ghost events right there. Good lord. Very clean. That was a nice one. That was a nice game. Now, obviously, all of them are going to be on Edgefield, which also not necessarily the best map for a no evidence challenge, but... Oh my god, the frame rate on this thing. My Chrome is dying. Goreo? Oh boy, you're really giving us the shittiest ghost, huh? Alright. Ella Douglas here. We'll see how it goes. Tier 2's flashlight, no big deal. And 2 smudges. You can also, not take a smudgy right away and then, like, grab, salt. Whoops. Salt and, like, a crucifix to throw in the entrance, just in case you get a... Like what we did last time, where we got a ghost that was immediately right at the entrance. You can even do like a candle as well. I think I only really need like 1 smudge stick, to be honest. I'm gonna wait for the actually get the music. Do 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 do. Oh yeah. We're gonna listen more after the next bet. Alright, we gotta be fast here though. I'm gonna put candle. Turn on the light. Put this right there. Alright, just protecting the entrance here. I really can't believe they gave us tier 1 crucifix. That's so unbelievably rude. I'm gonna put these on either side. I think that should trigger when the ghost walks in. And then if we have time, we could grab some... We do not have time. I blow the candle. Some pretty big throws, actually. Wait a minute. I'm gonna smudge at 2330. It was quiet and a poltergeist I'm thinking about. Like either Myling or poltergeist I'm thinking. Okay, that's... We got... Hello there. Hello, Mr. Boner. That's what I'm thinking right now, but you always gotta check your theories. Gotta throw. So what we're gonna do now is we have for sure a little bit of safety. So we're gonna grab all of the shoes. It should also not break the light, hopefully, because it's not in this area. I'm just gonna throw this right there so I can see the shoes, but grab 3 items at once. And then we're gonna, because you need a bunch of items here to be able to properly test for poltergeist. Because once it starts juggling like 1 item, it's very easy to think that it must be a poltergeist. But sometimes you just get like a crazy ghost that really hates like 1 specific shoe for some fucking reason. So we're gonna be sure. Hello, doggy. That's a cute doggy. All right, so definitely not a wraith. I mean, we don't really need to rule out all the ghosts, because, like, very few ghosts are still available. If we end up being here longer, like, if it's not a poltergeist or a Myling, we definitely will rule out the rest of the ghosts in the book, but right now it seems like it's going to be one of those 2. Which we could play it just... We could just focus exactly on those 2. So what I think we're going to do, it came from upstairs, right? We're going to stand right here to listen for the... It's not a spirit. For the Myling. Okay, definitely not a Myling. Then we're gonna smudge it. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay, alright, okay, alrighty then, okay. Well, that's why if you're ever like in doubt of if it's a poltergeist, just place enough items. It'll be obvious. It's very, very much a poltergeist right there. Yo, Christian, thank you for the dono on YouTube. Thank you so much. So yeah, poltergeist will be throwing a ton of items during the hunt, and it will throw all of them really far. So you get these like boom, boom, like in all directions you get these big throws, which is very obvious when you have a bunch of items. Not very obvious if you only have one item, because the way that the ghost works is that it throws... So poltergeist will throw something every half a second, and usually there's like a random range between like half a second and like a second for any other ghost. So it can like decide to throw a lot sometimes, but not all the time. But with a poltergeist, it will just constantly be throwing shit and constantly very far. Very nice. I leveled up, even though we're not even done with the weekly yet. And my computer seems to be having a bit of a stroke right now. I don't know what's going on. But at least I got 200. Thank you so much, CJ. Very cool. There we go. Finally back. Level 19 here. Oh yeah, I forgot we prestige recently. So yeah, that was a very short one compared to the previous one because of the ghost type. If there's anything to take away from a no evidence, no sanity, is that it's highly like luck based as well. Because if you just get like a revenant or a dio, like obviously you're gonna instantly know what it is. But if you get a banshee or a goryo, you're gonna be in for a long ride, which I personally prefer to just always try to go the distance with each ghost. Bro, the wheel is really trying to force a very stinky ghost on this, huh? Because Yurei would be another very stinky ghost. Yurei would be touching doors in specific ways, like it would fully close or fully open a door every time. I think we're gonna once again do this, just in case it happens to be in the entrance again. Grab salt, candle, and that's really all. Yeah, that banshee was kind of like insanely obvious, luckily. All right, wait a second. Dancing time. Boop, 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 boop. Thank you so much, Christian, by the way. Once again, no message, but thank you. Oh yeah. Let's go. We gotta be fast. Turn on lights first, so that you, even if the ghost hunts while you're doing other stuff, you can always loop it. And candle and crucifix. There we go. All right, now you can hunt me. Thank you very much. So first of all, you should also check the name, by the way, because if you don't have a female name, you can immediately rule out Banshee and Diane as well on these. There's another skull. We got a skull earlier too. Look at that. It's hunting. Uh-oh! It doesn't seem to be coming to me directly. It's fast. It's not speeding up. It's not speeding up. Very important. That's something you gotta check. So this might just be a Thay then, outright. Whew. So it's fast at all times. So when you get a fast ghost, I guess this is like the perfect time to mention a few things, because the best way to figure out a ghost. It was doing so many things at once that give me like twin vibes all of a sudden, but that was not fast enough for twins and it would have been speeding up. So when you have a fast ghost, there's kind of like a checklist you go down. First, or when you have a ghost where you can hear that the speed is different. Is it faster or is it slower? If it's slower, there's only like a handful of options, because slow doesn't happen that often. Slow would either be Obambo in its slow phase. It can either be slow or fast. Hantu if the temperature is high. Revenant if it's not chasing anybody. These are like the main ones that you would be listening for. And then I guess you could have a Galu that's exhausted, but that would only... Would that even happen like that? I don't think so. So those are like the main ones. And then twins is like slightly slower sometimes. So those are like the ones But it's like if you hear it be super slow, it's clearly a Revenant. But most of the time you're gonna hear that it's faster. What to do then? So if it is faster, is it chasing anybody? If it's not chasing anybody, Revenant immediately goes out, because Revenant's only faster when it's chasing someone. If the breaker is on and it's been on for a while, you can rule out Hantu, because Hantu would be slow if it's warm, and since the breaker's on by default, it can't be a Hantu here. Dian, if you're playing solo, Dian is easy to figure out, because when you're standing still, it will be slow, and when you're moving, it will be fast. And if it's not near anybody, it will be normal speed. Now, since we were standing still or moving, and it was the same speed, both cases, right? Or was I never standing still? I'm pretty sure I was standing still at some point, and it was fast the whole time, so I'm gonna say Dian is impossible. Now, it was fast when it was not near any electronics, so Raichu goes out as well. Raichu is a ghost that's only fast when there's like EMFs turned on, or like cameras placed around, like things are electronic in the room, which does not consider the lights, by the way. That's not an electronic for the Raichu. That's a very important one. It has to be your equipment. Your electronic equipment turned on the ground, which can include a motion sensor, by the way. If you place a motion sensor, that will count for the Raichu, so be careful about this. I've made these mistakes many times in the past. Now, Twins, this was clearly very fast, and not like a little fast, so Twins go off the table. Then we are down to, like, the main ones you're gonna get down to pretty quick. Now, oh, by the way, I need to mention Dio, of course. If it's super fast and it instantly finds you and then slows down, obviously you have a Dio. Dio is always obvious. You don't even really think about that one. And then Galu is gonna be faster if it has stepped in salt, used a crucifix, or been smudged. But obviously this hunt was before we even met the ghost, so it can't be a Galu. Galu is not possible. And then you're really, unless I've forgotten a ghost, no. Well, Obambo. I think Obambo starts in its slow, when a hunt when you like start a game, it starts slow first. So I don't think this should be an Obambo, and Obambo would also speed up during a hunt, because that's the main thing I'm going after right now. If you get a really fast ghost, you're usually left with Moroi and Thay. These are like the two ghosts that you need to like, okay, is it fast? If it's super, super fast, it's a Thay. If it's pretty fast, it's a Moroi. This is really vague, and you can't really figure it out based on the vibes like that, unless you have like absolute eagle hearing, or you're just playing a ton of games back to back. You'll like remember it between games, but even when I like don't play for a week and I come back, I get this mixed up all the time. So the main thing that you're doing between these two is, can they speed up during a hunt? If you loop the ghost and it will still speed up even though it's already fast, you got a Moroi. If it does not speed up while you're looping it, you have a ghost which speed is fixed, which is the Thay. So this is the the easiest way if you have smudge sticks. If you don't have smudge sticks, but you do have sanity pills, you can instead let a hunt begin, listen if it's fast, and then eat a bunch of sanity pills, which will raise your sanity, which will then slow down the Moroi. So if you eat all those sanity pills and suddenly the ghost gets slower, you know it's a Moroi. That's another way to tell, but you need to have sanity pills for that, which you're not always going to have, such as in this situation. And then another one, obviously, you could be close to the ghost for a while to see if you can slow it down, because the Thay will get slower over time as you're close to it for longer, but that's really not a way that you usually tell the ghost apart. So that would be like, that would be an interesting way to do that, but you can't really do that on like an apocalypse challenge or something. And then another way, which is another pretty reliable way, but what does once again require smudge sticks, is that if you smudge the ghost, a Moroi will be confused for 7 seconds, whereas a normal ghost will be confused for 5 seconds. Now, this is a pretty close window. Obviously, 5 seconds and 7 seconds is very similar if you're not paying attention. So you kind of gotta need to like set a timer, which once again, if you've never heard about this before, but there is a timer built into Steam directly. You can just set a timer, set it to like an hour, and then start the timer. And then you gotta like permanently pin timer on the screen if you wanna be a fucking scientist about it. But yeah, you can like smudge the ghost, look at this timer, check 7 seconds. If it's still slow, not chasing you, like if you're using a tier 2 smudge or something, you can easily tell that it's a Moroi that way. But here we could tell because it wasn't speeding up. We're gonna pause that and delete it. So it should be a Thay. Now, Unless I was really always moving, but I don't think so. Let's just do another hunt so we can see once again the behavior. Because it should just immediately hunt. And we can stand still and also do another loop with a spooky ghost, which is always fun. Oh, the candle burnt out. Now, Jinn is also a fast ghost, by the way, that I haven't mentioned here. But Jinn is only fast when it's far away from you, but it's also seeing you. It's kind of like a discount Revenant, where it will only be a little faster when it's far away, but once it gets close, it'll slow down again, which means you have to be at this, like, very specific range, something like this, or something like being at the end of the hallway. And then if it suddenly gets really fast, when it turns around a corner, like it instantly gets fast, you know, okay, we're dealing with a Jinn. Now the breaker needs to be on for that as well. Doesn't happen if the breaker's off. I don't know why this ghost is suddenly not hunting. Oh, it's doing spooky radio up here. Timu Revenant. Spooky ghost. Can you hunt me? I just want to demonstrate something, ma'am ghost. Do you have a curse possession for this, by the way? I assume we don't, because that would be kind of completely pointless, unless it's like tarot cards. No, I don't see any curse possession. Imagine they gave us like the summoning circle or something. All right, Mrs. Ghosty, could you please hunt me? We have monkey paw. I see. Oh wait, monkey paw is actually kind of interesting because that means you could do wish for knowledge, which is actually something that works even if you have no evidence in the custom settings, which is kind of interesting. So fast once again. You can hear it's just constantly the same fast speed, right? And then we're gonna smudge it. 1, 2. Okay, it turned around. It was kind of fucking terrifying there for a second because it was like on top of me. All right, I should probably leave this. Is it gonna stop hunting or? Yeah, thank you very much. It also got smudged less long than usual, but I did get a little distracted there because that was fucking terrifying. Good lord. All right, let's do the monkey paw, shall we? So monkey paw, this is a bit of a cheesy tactic. I'm gonna grab smudges just in case I mess it up. I'm gonna grab one smudge. You can wish for knowledge, which what does this do? It will eliminate one evidence from the book that it cannot be, which works even when the custom difficulty allows for no evidence to be shown. However, this will often not be very useful. Because it's just going to show you something that doesn't rule out any useful ghost. Hello there. Spooky. Now, in order to cheese this, so when you wish for knowledge, it's going to immediately trigger a hunt. You can cheese this by being like right here, and then I wish for knowledge. And as soon as it starts moving the finger, you go outside. Then it will not trigger a hunt because you're not inside, but you will still get the information. So in this case, it would have actually helped us figure out that it couldn't be a moroid. Look at that, because it ruled out freezing temperatures, so it cannot be a moroid. So now this completely ruins your game, by the way, because it makes you blind and deaf. So you definitely want to do this only at the very, very end of the round, because you're gonna be mightily confused. Anyway, very cool. That was actually kind of a neat set of ghosts we got right there. There was like a fast ghost at the end, just to once again reiterate all of the speed ghosts. A very tricky ghost at the beginning, so I got to go through like all of the, let's say you don't get a fast ghost, what do you do then situation? And then in the middle we had a different type of thing you can figure out during the hunt, which you're not just listening for speed, you're also paying attention to like blinking. So if it blinks more very quickly, it's gonna be an Oni. If it doesn't blink as much, it's gonna be Phantom, stuff like that. And then, of course, Poltergeist with lots of throws. So, yeah, I hope that was actually a kind of a sick setup right there. Thank you, game, for giving me some cool ghosts to explain. And I hope you enjoyed it. And good luck if you're trying this for yourself, if you're watching it over on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you want to join the lovely gamer sharing chat, you can join us over at twitch.tv/Instagram. Get the link in the description down below. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Yo, let's go. Alrighty, well, we're gonna move on from that now, and now we're gonna do regular no evidence, which I think we're gonna grab this one right here, the classic nice setup of no evidence, which is just gonna be a regular, so we're gonna have sanity here, which I think is just, we don't have many items, so we're gonna get lots of money from this. Oh god. I forgot that we only have tier 1. That's gonna make this a lot harder. We'll see how it goes. Let's, what do we have? Can we add anything? We got the crucifixes, we got firelights. I'll grab all the firelights because they're only tier 1. Grab an extra igniter. Motion sensor. We might be able to do something sneaky with motion sensor, so I'm just gonna get the full setup of motion sensors. Camera, don't really see that being useful. I think that's pretty much all we need. So we're just gonna go say hi, YouTube, and have a good time. You got Blood Moon on the weekly? Extra spooky. Alright, here we go. Let's do it. Hi YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome back to Phasmophobia. Today, we're gonna put our knowledge to the test because we are gonna be doing a no evidence challenge. Now, I have personally been struggling recently to remind myself that, oh yeah, there's a few new ghosts that have been added to Phasmophobia, and I've been constantly getting trolled where I like end the game being really confident that it's gonna be one ghost, and then surprise, it's actually an Obambo, because especially Obambo and sometimes a Galu can be very sneaky and can throw you off completely, and they're easy to forget because they've only been in the game for a little bit of time. Now we're going to be doing no evidence, so we're not going to get any of the regular evidence, and we're going to have to pay purely attention to the hidden traits and special abilities that they have, and we'll focus extra hard on figuring out the new ghosts today. I hope you enjoy. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. But let's not waste any more time. Let's hop into the game. Let's go. Alrighty. We're going to do low frame spin again. Let's see what we get on the wheel. What are the settings? Settings are no evidence. Besides that, regular nightmare mode settings. So just copy the nightmare mode. Only change being that we turn on the screens. So we turn on both of the screens because I think these have very useful information sometimes for specific ghosts. That is also just fun information to see. And gives you a little bit to go off of, because we're not going to be able to use any of these things. The only exception, of course, is that we can get mimic orbs, and that we're still going to use the thermo to identify the exact ghost room, because it's very important to know early on what the ghost room is, so that you can identify whether or not it has changed ghost room, because if it changes ghost room, you know that we're gonna be not dealing with a Goryo, which is usually a very, very annoying ghost. Does the breaker doesn't start on, so we need to turn that on immediately. We might want to change that in the settings, to be honest, because that does make this a lot harder, because if you saw when we were doing the intro, I don't know if it was shown, but we are only level 19 right now, so we only have the tier 1 items, which is going to make it even more likely for us to get trolled by some of the new ghosts out there. So we'll try our best not to have that happen. First thing, of course, is always going to be to find the ghost room. Now, we could try to do something sneaky with, like, a paramic here or something. Maybe we get, like, a sneaky early Banshee scream. That would be sick. Now, I do this different every now and then. Currently, today, I'm in the mood for a proper no evidence investigation, so we're gonna start off with having sanity like it's a normal round, finding the ghost room, identifying some traits, and then we're gonna do some hunts as well. Whereas you could also just start immediately with getting hunts, because there's a lot of things you can figure out during the hunt. Is that a mouse? Rat? Rats? Tanglewood's got rats. Oh, we got hiding spot, look at that. You can now immediately see whether or not the hiding spot's going to be available, because it will be locked. Okay. Ghost in the grandma room, it seems, or the bathroom. What's that in here? The gnome just talked to me, bro! Did you hear that? He said something about sunshine. What the fuck? No way! From outside. Holy shit. That's the first time I've heard it myself, because when we were playing with CJ and Psycho, I think it did it once, but I wasn't really able to hear it properly. That's crazy. Let's see. It should be in this room then, or is it in the neighboring room? Can you give us a sign? Yo, that's fucking sick. Okay, so you can see it's hovering around 15 degrees, which seemingly is not going to be the ghost room. So I think it's going to be bathroom then, which makes it very... Oh, there's soap on the ground. I'm hearing drippy sounds. Yep, it's going down here. Okay, that suddenly gives like a little piece of evidence for potential twins, because that's a really far away item. The gnome. And twins will interact with things from much further away. We're gonna put the gnome in the bathroom now, which I can't believe CJ did this. That he made the bottom of the gnome not flat, so the fucking gnome sticks out when you place it on the ground. It's pissing me off. What a troll. Let's see. Okay, we're not getting into... Also, this is disgusting, by the way, the fucking carpet on the toilet thing. Are you kidding me, man? Okay, we're gonna grab some other stuff here. We have salt already. We'll place that when we get the camera, because I want to take a video of it. I mean, it's only the toilet lid. It's not the... If it was the thing, the seats, that would be absolutely diabolical. Let's get this as well. So we only have tier 1 crucifixes right now, which is really not great for doing like demon tests and stuff. But luckily throughout this, we should be able to level up pretty fast, because we're gonna get big rewards, because it's like a 7+ type times multiplier. Turned off the lights. I'm gonna turn on that candle, place it right there, and then we're gonna... So I want to have the door kind of be like at this angle, so we can figure out if it's a Ure or not. We want to kind of do that with every door that's available to us, which includes the unlocked hiding spots. This one, for example, I can't do that. Okay, so I need to first of all check for orbs, which would be Mimic. Mimic would have orbs. I'm not seeing orbs. It's throwing stuff back here. I think it threw the duck painting. Interesting. Let's place the salt. It's like... Is it in here right now? Because it was... Fire extinguish. Okay, 1 fire extinguish. You need to count these. It also threw something kind of at the same time. Very much twin stuff happening right now, which that's why I love to play. I mean, I like to play No Evidence, No Sanity too, but I really enjoy... Yo! Did that? Now, you can see this is very important. It disappeared right as we finished the video.
Don't forget to knock.
What? Hey, you, don't forget the duck? What the fuck? Bro, we're getting gnome action today. Are you kidding me, man? That's 2 times already. What the fuck? Oh, knock. I thought you said don't forget the duck. Don't forget the duck, guys. Don't forget the knock. Oh. Door moved, and with door they mean toilet lid, I'm pretty sure. Why is it not slipping in the salt, though? That's kind of weird. Okay, but I was just about to explain. I'm gonna grab some more salt. I was just about to explain that if you get a ghost to disappear right as you finish the video, you might be inclined to think, wait a minute, this should be... yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Wraith, maybe. This should be a phantom, because phantoms will disappear when you finish a photo or a video. However, you can know for sure that it's not a phantom. If you look in the book and you see the video, it will have... This is actually kind of cheating, by the way. This is just the final frame, I think. multiplied 4 times. It's not actually a video. Anyway, sorry to burst your bubble. But if it has the ghost in it, you know it's not going to be a phantom, because otherwise there would be nothing here. Same thing with the photos. It would be an empty photo that would still say ghost. That's how you would know it's a phantom, but since we can see it here, it's not going to be it. I mean, it's actually like a phantom or a wraith. I mean, buddy. That's kind of surprising because it was touching stuff all over the place, but yeah, there's no way, unless you're just not in this room anymore. Yeah, good point. We can use the motion sensor to guarantee that it's walking on the salt. Which we have 4 tier 1 motion sensors. Look at us go. And how are we doing in terms of objectives? We need to do cleanse. You know what? We'll take 1 then and we'll do the cleanse. Wraith would be believer win. Holy fuck. I mean, wait. It was lit up for so long. I'm just gonna smudge the ghost. We got the cleanse. It's stepping on the motion sensor, but it's not stepping in the salt. It's actually straight up a wraith. I mean, this also confirms that it's in this room, and it could not possibly be in this room unless it steps in any of this fucking salt. Unless it's doing twister crazy moves hanging on the fucking ceiling, which unfortunately is not in the game yet. Who knows? Maybe we'll see it eventually. Now we did get a ghost video, which is kind of neat, but we obviously didn't get that many photos and stuff. But we're gonna get out of here because we want to see the believer payout right here. Plus, main thing you want to do when you want to get paid a lot is doing the objectives, because the objectives are relatively easy to complete most of the time, and they give you a big kind of like double payout, especially when you're doing a challenge that has a high difficulty modifier. So yeah, Wraith is probably the most classic no evidence ghost. It will not step in the salt ever. So if you place salt all over the ghost room and you still don't get the ghost to step in the salt, you should be like, okay, this is probably a wraith. However, this is immediately where a sneaky ghost makes its entrance, which is Galu. Galu can fake looking like a wraith. This is actually a very interesting thing. And Galu and Obambo both have very overlapping abilities that make it seem like a bunch of different ghosts, which is why it gets trolled by them so often. So Galu will step in salt. It will, if it steps in either salt, gets smudged, or uses a crucifix, it will become enraged. After that happens, it will not step in the salt again until the hunt starts. So that means that if you, for example, smudge a ghost immediately, it will then just never step in salt. So then if you get a ghost event and it walks through a bunch of salt and you don't see it be stepped in, you're like, wait a minute, this gotta be a wraith. It's not stepping in the salt. You gotta keep in mind, did I smudge it? Did it use a crucifix? Did it, or if it stepped in one tiny salt in the corner somewhere, it will then step in that one only and not step in any of the other salt, but still walk all over it. So it's really important to pay attention to that. If you've used a crucifix, a smudge, or it stepped in one salt already, you know that it is a Galu instead, which is a perfect example of how you can get trolled by these new ghosts. They're very sneaky. All right, we get a bunch of good unlocks, the photo. Plus, as we know, we got a believer win, so let's see this payout. I closed my my tab here because I was trying to save Chrome from killing my computer. Holy payout. Let me see. Whew! Mamma mia, that's a good one. Holy shit, 18% was believers. 1.4 million payout right there. Very clean. 10 million points go to the believers. Insane stuff. That was a 4-spin win right there because we did the weekly as well. Well, very nice. We're going to reset the wheel and try to get another one. I got to get the names back. There we go. Holy. All right. Let's do it. Can we get another one, guys? Yeah, you can make the Galu very mad. Galu is actually sneaky ghost. Obambo, though, is the one that really trolls me a lot of the time. Obambo is the sneakiest MFer out there, which, by the way, look at this payout right here. We get almost 3,000 for a pretty darn quick game. We leveled up from... Oh, no, we did do the weekly just now, so we got at least, like, 1, maybe 2 levels from that alone. Plus, we unlocked the upgraded video cam, or photo cam, right? So we should unlock that, because getting the upgraded photo cam probably doesn't justify the price increase, but you get a little bit extra from taking photos. Plus, it's going to make photos a lot less, taking photos a lot less annoying, because you can take them much faster. Instead of having to wait for the cooldown of the photo for fucking ever. Very annoying. Let's see what we got here. We have Ellen Lavender, parabolic microphone, photo of the ghost, and low sanity. Okay. We got snow weather right now because it's already cold in the truck. We're gonna start with a paramic, I guess, if we want to get this to work. Plus, we should turn on, yeah, dev name, Lavender. Gonna be a crazy ghost. Now, there is a thing you can do immediately. See a bone right there. Hello. If you get a ghost that is considered by the game to be male only, you can rule out Banshee and Diane immediately, because those ghosts can only show up if it's a female ghost model. Now, in this case, we can't do that, of course. Unlucky, we only have the tier 1 paramic, so this only works on the same floor. Which is kind of stinky, of course. We do also have a cursed possession, so we can check what that is. Wait, it's not a voodoo doll. Maybe it's gonna be... It's a monkey paw. I'm pretty sure in the game, every single name, even, like, gender ambiguous names, are considered only one, like only female, only male. For example, like Alex or something. I think Alex is only male or only female in the game. Oh, excuse me! Even though it can be both, of course. So you can, oh, it might be in either categories. I'm pretty sure there's a list on the wiki if you really care about it, but it doesn't really matter much. We have a basement ghost. Plus, I did not turn on this light, which is amazing because that means we can rule out a mare. Because mare can never turn on any light. Oh, it's the opposite way around. Alex is only male, but it can also be female, of course. AKA totally spies. Come on now. Are you kidding me here? Uncultured. So that's good. That's really useful, being able to rule out mare immediately. Because mare can be one of the ghosts that you're left with at the very end. If you've already ruled out like every other ghost based on abilities, based on hunting abilities, you can still be left with a mare sometimes. So very useful. Anyway, these are like the type of things that definitely should be in your repertoire in general. Even if you're playing normally, if you just get the ghost to turn on a light, always just have that be like a click. Oh, can't be a mare. Same with if it steps in assault. Oh, can't be a wraith. If you get an airball, oh, can't be an oni. Like these type of little bits of knowledge can be extremely useful to like rule out a few ghosts, which can often save you lots of time. It can save you situations where you would either have to do a hunt to confirm that it's a specific ghost, or you can just know it can't be a mare. What the fuck? Excuse me. Why are you up there, man? Crazy. Also, I love how the stairs has no fucking light whatsoever. So you're just supposed to stumble up the stairs in complete darkness. Thank you, CJ. Very cool. They'll probably fix that when they do the rework, huh? Who knows? Yeah, we need to... So, in this area... What the fuck? I don't think it was hunting, right? Spooky as fuck. In that area, you have 3 ghost rooms, so we need to confirm which one of the rooms is actually the ghost room, which Squawk and others, thank you so much for the subbies. Thank you. We're gonna grab this, therefore. And I guess we already did. We need photo of the ghost. We'll grab the audio. And I guess smudgy, or maybe just a candle. We'll see how this goes. Bit of a spooky ghost. Yeah, if it's the hallway, it's like the worst room. You want it to be in one of the storage rooms if possible, but you can't really do anything about that, of course. I don't think that was airball, right? I don't think we got airball. Did it break the lights just now? It did not. Very nice. Let's see what room it is in before we start lighting this candle. Okay, so you can see the temperature still going down here. Even though the breaker's been on. So yeah, it's gonna be in this hallway, which is very unfortunate for our poor tier 1 crucifix that's not gonna be able to do fucking anything. Unless this is just a demon, in which case it will probably still work. I'm gonna place that right there. Now we did do the paramic, which is very neat. Let's look for orbs. Maybe we get luck. Imagine we get a lucky mimic win after we had the other win as well. You can see, oh no, I turned on this light, right? I'm pretty sure I did that. Can you give me a sign? Ooh. Object thrown. I don't see any Orbeez. Now, it can't be freezing, but you just want to keep an eye on this to see if it, like, suddenly goes up a bunch. Then you know the ghost has changed ghost room. Which is why it's important to identify... You want to preferably have the tier 2 or the tier 3. That makes it much easier. But if you only have the tier 1, just make sure to, like, put it in the room for a while. And then if it's very cold, you can be like, okay, it's probably this hallway. And then if it changes, you can rule out Goryo. It's important to keep an eye on that. Can you give us a sign? Jeff Boyardee, thank you for the 5. It's not talking. On the thingy, that's fine. Now we could try to grab another crucifix. Honestly, I feel like this is gonna be so unlikely to do anything. We're gonna place salt right here to like make sure that if it does a hunt we can get it. It will step in the salt. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be like, we're gonna have to use a cursed possession here. Oh. It just popped the lights, you fucker! Come on! Wait, are you walking through the salt now? Weren't you on the stairs there? This ghost is going insane. Hello? Hello? I would like a photo of the ghost. Can you do every time I try to leave, you do a ghost event immediately. Oh. Excuse me? I accidentally lit a lighter. It did the candle and then it turned on the light switch. So yeah, we saw it turn on the light switch right there. I mean, we already knew that it turned on the light switch before, but anyway. Just gonna turn it on that way. There we go. Can you give us a sign? It blew out the light switch while I was in the room, which means it can't be a shade unless it was standing over there in that room, which would be insanely sneaky. Unlikely that's gonna blow out the candle 3 times though before it burns out completely. Because these only last like 2 minutes, I think. Or maybe. It actually might be like 5 minutes, because they buffed them a while ago. They used to be shorter. You threw a hammer in my face, what the fuck? Oh! It stepped in the salt. Hopefully that worked. It did work, it did work. Yeah, I did not get the ghost video, unfortunately, because the thing, like, it was full, like, almost all the way, and then it just canceled. It blew out the candle again somehow. Okay. Wait, maybe we can actually do it. I wanna have to keep this door. Oh. Bro, this shit is so busted. Fuck the tier 1, man. What the fuck? I started recording and it instantly canceled the recording, and then I tried again, but it was already over. Very nice. Thank you very much. Okay, that worked at least. Can get a photo of that too. So it used a crucifix somehow on top of the candle, so it's not an Onryo. Now I'm suddenly thinking it could be a demon as well, because it's so unlikely that it uses the candle. But who knows? Maybe it just did that. Yeah, it's not a phantom, because we got the ghost and it didn't disappear at all. So no phantom. And it stepped in the salt, so not a wraith. Now, it stepped in both of the salt at the exact same time, so you can't rule out Galu. Galu steps in one salt, and then, like, after a few seconds, it will not step, it will be properly enraged and not step in any other salt. But if it steps in it, like, immediately, then you know, like, if it steps in it right back to back, you can't rule out Galu that way. Okay, so we got a hunt at 40, so we know it's not a Dio. Dio will only hunt below 40% sanity. And Revenant, or Shade, will only hunt below 35% sanity, so both of those are off the table. And then, I guess we're just gonna get a hunt now. I think that's fine. Happy birthday, Grazier. Let's see. We have no mimic because we didn't see orbs, most likely. Now we can rule out a ton of stuff during the hunt. I don't think we saw an airball. I'm thinking if there's any other thing we can already rule out right now. Don't really think so. I think we're just gonna need a hunt right here. Can you do something? Can you give us a sign? We got 2 smudgies for safety. The lights got exploded by the ghosts a while ago. Now we only need 1 more video and 1 more. Almost speed. I'm gonna test for yokai here. Well, I guess I could just test. It's a crawly ghost though, right? Not coming out of the basement. Get out of the basement! Come on. Get out of there, man! It's stuck. It's stuck in the basement, you fucker. Okay, this is a really nice way to test for yokai. If you're just behind this door. If it starts like walking back and forth between the garage and the basement area over there, it's gonna not be a yokai. Or that means it's a yokai, because if you have your equipment on, at least. Because any other ghost would immediately detect that you're in there and then go towards you. I guess we're gonna just have to try again. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Ghost does not want to leave the basement. You could try to, you know what, we'll leave 1 smudge here and we'll try to quickly grab the audio equipment and the video kit. Or not! Or none of that. A smudged at 840. Oh! Jin? That seemed like it was very likely Jin behavior, but it was all extremely scuffed because of the situation that we got hunted in. So what I think we should just do... This is gonna be kind of stupid, but I want to do it. So since we smudged the ghost, it's not gonna hunt again for a little bit. But what you can do is use the cursed possession to make the ghost hunt. So what we could do is... I wish to see the ghost. And now I'm gonna be blinded, so that will be annoying. But it's gonna hunt. And we're gonna be able to hear it. Bit scary. Oh, definitely faster, definitely faster. Turn off your flashlight. Okay, so as soon as it got in line of sight, it got super fast stompies, which is like an exact Jinn ability. So when it's like far away from you, it'll be really fast, and then when it gets closer, you even heard that in the garage in that previous hunt, when it got closer, it slowed down a little bit. So it should just be a Jinn. Now I am completely blinded. Unlike the I wish for knowledge wish, this only, yeah, it will only last as long as the hunt is. So you can then keep playing. But I still hate doing that ability. It's so annoying because you can't fucking see anything during the hunt, which is extremely dangerous. I guess it works better during multiplayer. Now, I wish for knowledge. Oh, you gotta time it better. I wish for knowledge. Ah! I wish for knowledge. There we go. I'm cheesing it so we don't get hunted. We'll rule out one evidence, by the way, which is kind of a neat thing you can do with the monkey paw, even when you're doing no evidence, which obviously Jinn's still on there as an option. But for example, if we were thinking maybe this is an Obambo, because maybe it miraculously sped up, turned into the fast version of Obambo exactly at the time that it also gained line of sight with us. And we thought, and it ends up being an Obambo, we would now know that that's not the case. Which that is such a sneaky part of Obambo that it will either be fast or it'll be slow. But it can also swap between this during a hunt at some very weird times, so you might get trolled. Obambo definitely messes me up quite a lot with me thinking that it's gonna be like the twins, because sometimes Obambo can be slow, sometimes it can be fast. Alright, well that was a pretty clean one. We also got quite a lot of media right there, which also all gets multiplied, and we got all of the objectives once again. Big fat 3,300, another 2 levels off of that in 15 minutes, really not too shabby at all. 1 ability use, so it drained our sanity, which I didn't even really notice, to be honest. And then 6 ghost events, it did quite a few ghost events. Alright, we're gonna go to the next one. Let's go to Ridgeview Courthouse. Did not unlock anything new, right? You cannot wish for knowledge. You can only do each wish a single time. Yo, Anonymous, thank you for the 5 gifties. Thank you, thank you. Every wish can only be used once. Will it be immoral? Including the I wish for knowledge. Rainy time. No blood moon time, though, unfortunately. That would have been sick. Alright, we got Carol Carey. Carol Carey. Video, 3 unique videos, and witnessing a ghost event. Alright, we're gonna start with the video cam then, since it seems like that's what the game wants me to do right now. Epic Josh, thank you for the gift of membership on YouTube. Yeah, the heavy rain can mean it's a blood moon. Not this time, though. Hello, ghost. Turn on the breaker right away. Gonna check this first. Oh. I hear a fork being thrown from the kitchen, or from the dining table, or the kitchen island. Did you hear that? Let's see if any fork is missing. Fork is missing from that here plate, and it is instead on the floor right there. We have found the ghost. It should be in this area. Now it could be living room, foyer area, or dining room, or even kitchen. But at least it's down here, hopefully. Let's see if there's any orbs. Can you give me a sign? What we learned, by the way, while we were doing some weird looping, is that this looping spot here is actually completely broken. The ghost cannot... You can loop around this chair here. The ghost cannot go past this spot here. So if you just sit right here, you can ping pong the ghost back and forth between this chair forever. It's very weird. They'll fix it eventually, probably, when they rework the map. I would think so. Okay, let's see about where this is exactly. We also want this, salt. Handle for now. Let's see. Yeah, this room right here is actually also a separate room. This hall, this like invisible hallway here, It's a bit strange. So it is very cold, specifically in the dining, or seems like it. Well, I guess dining room is the actual ghost room. You can see we're having cold breath while we're standing here. So I'm gonna place... Actually, I'm not gonna place a candle just yet because I'm leaving, because I'm gonna grab crucifix. That's actually... It's a very small room. The challenge mode is also no evidence, so it kind of fits today. But we're doing regular no evidence. I'm gonna grab a stinky tier 1 and a sound recorder. Smudge stick, I guess, to have already. And we'll see. Yeah, if you could wish for knowledge multiple times, that would be super OP, obviously. But you cannot do that. Okay, so we're gonna have one crucifix on the table. Candle on the table next to it. No audio right now. Can you give me a sign? Blinky lights. That doesn't mean anything, but blinky lights. It means the ghost is in the area. That's what it means. Full temperature still. You cannot wish for more wishes, unfortunately. It would be fun if that was like a special thing where it like caused a hunt to happen, but no. It doesn't do anything. Well, it might do something if it mishears you. Because sometimes it picks up something that you're not saying and it does something weird. Can you give me a sign? You're not really giving me any fucking sign. Now, we can turn off the light in the dining room to increase activity level slightly. Turn on the kitchen as well. Can you give me a sign? Could be like genuine shade behavior right now. Let's place the salt. Can you give me a sign, buddy? Oh. Got a throw from the table. You don't have to check for fingerprints because you're not going to get any UV, obviously. So Obake fingerprints are not a thing in this, and Goryo dots are not a thing in this, of course. Alright, so it did step in the salt, so we know it's not a wraith. Now, there has been enough time that has passed, so if it now steps in the other salt, we know it's not a Galu. If it never steps in the other salt, we might start thinking it's a Galu. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab more salt and just surround the table with salt so we can rule out the Galu. Because there's been enough time that's passed now. Double salt. We don't need the paramic, right? I'll just grab a motion sensor for the video. Because we needed 3 different videos, I think. If you wish for sanity while you have no sanity, you gain 50% sanity. The way that I stepped in the salt right there. The way that the I wish for sanity works is that you will set everybody's sanity to exactly 50%. Which the reason it does this is originally the wish was supposed to do something else. In the first iteration of the monkey paw before it was released to the public, there used to be a wish called I wish to start again, which the idea of the wish was that it randomizes the ghost room and it also sets your sanity back to 100. Now, obviously, this was wildly overpowered because setting everyone's sanity back to 100 with a wish, with the only cost being that the ghost changes ghost room, is crazy OP, especially in multiplayer. So while they were testing, they realized it was super broken. So they changed it to instead set your sanity to 50. I wish they would have set it. It would have been really cool if they set it to like 55 or 60% instead of 50. Like, it's a bit of a shame it sets it at 50 because it's completely useless. I mean, I guess it's a nice way to make the ghost hunt, I guess. But in terms of like gaining sanity, it does nothing. Like, they might as well just, it doesn't do anything because 50% sanity, it immediately starts hunting again. Plus, there's an additional benefit or additional effect is that the ghost or that your sanity also drains a little faster. As well from that moment onwards. So yeah, you're basically gonna be instantly back to below 50%. Okay, so we got one candle blowout right there. Plus we got one audio, paranormal laughing. We got all the videos, but we do need to get a video of the ghost itself. Can you give us a sign? Ooh, knock on the window right there. Interesting. Which we can also do is grab a EMF, because we can take a photo of the EMF even when it's not EMF 5, of course. Which it's much harder to do a perfect game when you're doing no evidence, because some of the like a lot of the photos you can take are related to the evidence, and obviously we're not going to get any of those. Shade. I mean, it blew out the candle while we were in the room as well, so. Oh. Did I get that? I did. Photo cam? Nice. Okay, so that was the second blowout, I think. So hopefully we're gonna get the third blowout right here. Can you give me a sign? By the way, you see that? You can see that the laser actually physically stops when you walk into it, and the same counts for when the ghost is standing still on the motion sensor. It'll also stop the laser at where the ghost is, which is kind of a neat little interaction. It doesn't usually do that if you walk through it really fast. Like, it won't. It still stops, but I don't think it does that for the ghost. Anyway. Yeah, it's definitely not a galo. It just blew out the candle. Or did it not? No, we have an EMF. Very important right there. Because the candle just went off, but the EMF is not going off. Because the candle actually burned out. Which doesn't count for the on Rio, of course. So we need to place another candle in there. Keep testing for the Unrio right here. Crazy heavy rain right now. Yo, Brick Miller, thank you for the param. Alright, got another one for you. Can you give me a sign? I would love a ghost event. We don't know our cursed possession, right? If it's a music box, that will be amazing. Can you give us a sign? Can you show yourself? Can you do something? Can you touch a door? Excuse me. What was that? You touched this door right here. Strange behavior. Buddy. Maybe you changed ghost room, let's see. 5 degrees, kind of going up a little bit. Could have moved. I'm gonna check around real quick to see what the cursed item is. Although, we also want to be here for the third blowout to see if it's gonna use the crucifix immediately. So maybe we would want to stick around for just a second. Yeah, you're being like a nothing right now. Oh! What the fuck? Never mind. It used the piano over here. Wait, maybe it did change ghost room. Hey, I'm glad to hear Bimson. No big deal. Are they? Aha! I think we have a changed ghost room situation, which is big, because that means no Goryo. Oh, Unreal Goryo. Which is very useful for us, because that goes stinky. Gonna place crucifix. No, I wonder if it's gonna be here in the garage already. It seems to be somewhat cold here. We don't have a voodoo. Don't have that thing. Let's check if we have a music box or monkey paw again, I guess. Music box would be great. No music box, unfortunately. No monkey paw, so it's gonna be summoning circle? I think, or if it's tarot cards and I didn't check. That's gonna be summoning circle. Down here. There we go. Okay, now we need to use our sanity pills for that, but that's fine. You're not really doing very much, brother. Maybe you are in here. No, this is strange stuff. It's cold breath in here. Okay, so it's definitely in this room. I just need you to blow out the candle, brother. Can you give me a sign? Let's see. Any audio? No audio. This is a very sneaky ghost. I'm starting to wonder if it's actually a shade and it just walked, because there's so many rooms close together here. What can easily happen is that the ghost walks into, like, this is considered to be a separate room, whereas like there's an invisible line here somewhere here that divides the dining and the foyer from each other. Should hold on to a smudge. Actually, should probably just put this here, to be honest. Hold on to a smudge. Can you give me a sign? Through a plate now over there. Okay, what? Strange. I have a feeling we're gonna need a hunt for this one, so let's try and maximize all of our stuff from that. We're gonna bring over the... Don't hunt me right now. Photo and video cam. Yeah, I'm putting the doors half open for the Ure, because the Ure would only ever fully close or open a door when it touches it, never like leave it halfway somewhere. But you can only notice that if you leave it halfway yourself, because otherwise, if it's already open and it touches it, like how do you know if it was fully opened or what happened? We don't know. Okay, no hunt. It might just be a Dio or something, or I mean, actually, shade is highly likely now. That's very suspicious. Honestly, I kind of want to stick around a little bit longer than not use the summoning circle just yet. Because the fact that it's still not hunting, it's kind of crazy. It just went out by itself. Can you give me a sign? Temperature's up again. It's roaming like so much right now. The fuck? I would like a video during the hunt, I guess. I mean, any second now it could hunt even if it is a shade. It's heavy, heavy shade energy. No, very low activity. Blowing, so this is where it's really, like, knowing too much can be a trap. So if you know, so there's important information about the shade. It can never blow out a candle if you're in the room with the shade. And it can never write in the book... Airball ghost event. It can never write in the book if you're in the same room with the ghost. Very important little bit of little semantic there is in the same room with the ghost, because if you are in the room with the candle is not the same as being in the room with the ghost, because the ghost could be in another room but still in range of the candle and then blow out the candle from the other room, so it's technically not in the room with you, which is stupid. It should just test. I don't understand. I mean, it's kind of, these kind of things are, I guess, they are the type of nuance that I personally find enjoyment in, like, questioning myself about. But if they wanted to program it better, they should just make it so that the shade will test whether or not the candle is in the room with you, instead of testing whether or not the ghost is in the room with you, you know? Because if it's not, if the candle is in the room with you, then just don't blow it out, you know? That would just make it very clear. But I kind of like that it's that way, because it means you can get, like, super trolled by a shade. Such as right here, where we were in the same room with the ghost. It blew out the candle 2 times, but clearly it's not fucking hunting right now, even though we're at like 30% sanity, because it's a shade and it can't hunt when you're in the same room with it. Which, once again, same room, if it hunts from like outside of the room, it can still hunt like close to you if it's in a separate room. Yeah, you can see we're at 25% sanity, no hunts, which, very important, shades can seem like spirits. If you smudge the ghost, like if you get a hunt, you smudge the ghost, and then you count for 3 minutes to see if it doesn't hunt for 3 minutes. If you're in the room with the ghost and it's a shade, it will seem like it's a spirit, because the shade is also not gonna hunt for 3 minutes because you're in the ghost room with it, you know? So you need to, like, if you want to make sure that you're not getting fooled by a shade, you should be like at 0% sanity, smudge the ghost, and then go far away from the ghost room so the shade shouldn't be trolled by it. We're also getting only airball ghost events, by the way, which is another, like, the shade is more likely to do airball and translucent ghost events. So if you're getting a ton of airballs, even if you're, like, you feel like you're getting too many ghost events, it can actually still be an... Oh. You see? Different room. It hunted in a separate room, which, let's smudge it, by the way, so we can do this. Is this actually going to be possible? It's probably a bad idea. I was going to loop it around that chair, but with a crawling ghost, it doesn't really work, and then I'm just going to die to a shade. So you saw that where it hunted was at the door, which is considered to be a separate room from the diner. So, yeah, I mean, shade seems completely certain right now. It's just baffling that we got not hunted for that long in any other situation. So yeah, if you get a lot of ghost events that are airball, you should actually consider that to be a pretty big giveaway that it might be a shade, even though you're getting lots of ghost events, because most other ghosts wouldn't be spamming too many airballs, whereas shade really loves doing the airballs. There you go, a very classic example of a shade that we even obviously figured out before the hunt even started, because the hunt never started. Basically, it was just unlocked for really, really long. We get the tier 2 thermo, video cam, and dots. Those are some good upgrades at level 27. Good lord, we're gonna immediately take those. Also, we could... Well, let's see. Let's do it in order of importance for right now. Thermo is extremely important. Video cam, very useful as well. And those are the main ones we're going to use right now. And then I'll still just unlock the tier 2 dots, I think is really nice. And then both of these are actually really nice, but I can only afford one right now. But we'll get more money. We'll get the spirit box, sure. It doesn't matter for no evidence, obviously, so we're not really worried about it. I'm going to add these, though. Video cam, very neat, and we're going to head back in. Let's spin the wheel. What do we get? The twins. All right, that would be a nice ghost. I really like the twins and how specific their behavior is. We're gonna go to, let's keep it, we're really trying to focus on the ghost, so we're not gonna try and, like, if we go to something like Nell's Diner, Grafton, and Point Hope, these maps are... Well, these two are fun. Don't put Point Hope in that list. They're fun to play on, but they're so significantly different that if you want to, like, really practice with the ghost behavior, I personally always recommend just sticking to these 4 maps, Tanglewood, Edgefield, Ridgeview, Willow, because these are such vanilla maps that the map itself is not going to introduce weirdness to the situation. For example, Nell's Diner has a lot of problems where if you have a ghost in one area, it interacts in a big range around the area and can really confuse you as to what's the actual ghost room, which can lead you to think a lot of ghosts are twins when they're actually not. Grafton has a lot of, like, darkness and really tough, like, trying to figure out things during a hunt because it is so dark. That makes it kind of annoying. Point Hope, kind of same story, where if you want to figure out things during a hunt, first of all, finding the ghost is really annoying, and then getting it to follow you downstairs is an absolute hell, so that's also not the case in, like, the other maps. I mean, they're big maps, so you're not going to be spending that much time with the ghost, so we're going to go back to Tanglewood right now to keep it tight and vanilla so we can really focus on those ghost behaviors. Yo, look at the sunrise. Very nice. Alright, what do we got? Sound recorder this time. Okay. We'll still start with the tier 2. And the tier 2 thermo. Look at that. Very nice. You love Willow. Yeah, I mean, prison, like, I don't mind the bigger maps. And I don't mind Grafton and Nell's Diner. But specifically, if you want to keep it... They introduce a lot of variety and weirdness that is fun to play with, but if your whole point is to... The fuck? Your whole... Brother? If you're really trying to identify ghost behaviors, you might you're better off just going to the simple maps. This is probably a Yurei. Yeah, so the iron just goes off when the breaker turns off sometimes. I don't know. So these doors, unless I'm mistaken here, yeah. So even with it doesn't matter what your setting is. So there's one specific setting in the custom difficulty, which is called like how many doors are open. I forget the exact phrasing, but how many doors start open. Which the reason this, you might be like, that's such a weird setting to have. The reason is that before that setting was introduced, a really effective way to find the ghost was because every door starts closed at first. If you saw any door that was opened, you knew immediately that the ghost did that, which I honestly thought was a really cool, neat thing that you could pay attention to, that you could learn. But because of the way the difficulties have changed now, is that a lot of doors have a random state, so they start like a little bit open, so you can't really see like, oh, this door is open, so the ghost must be there, which is a bit of a shame. However, there's exceptions to this. One of the exceptions is these type of doors. The doors in cupboards always start closed, no matter what your setting is. So, hello. I love this game. I love the sound recorder. Very cool. Thank you so much. Absolute fucking scam. I don't understand. Anyway, that's a CJ situation right there. Let's see if it's actually in this area. Dude, the tier 2 is gonna be so much better. Could be living room. It seems to be living room. Well, actually, somewhat colder here. Very sneaky. You can see it's roaming all around. Interesting. Okay. What I was trying to say is these doors always start closed. So that door got touched a single time by the ghost, and now it's fully open, which is a bit... I mean, it's possible that any ghost could do that, but the Yurei would definitely do that, so... It gives us 1 point in the... to think that it might be a Yurei. So we're going to keep that in mind, and we're going to keep investigating here. Because, like, one of those pieces of evidence is not enough to meet. The fuck did you just touch? Is that good? Oh, did it touch this one just now? I think it touched that one. Or these? I don't know. Now it could also decide to just leave it closed, right? So don't get fooled if you hear it touch one of these and then it stays closed. That could also still be Yurei, because Yurei will just, when it touches a door, it will fully close or fully open a door. But if it's already fully open, it can still fully open it. And if it's already fully closed, you can still fully close it. Now that right there, even though the door closed in the end, I think it did close, the rate at which it did that was extremely slow. Did you see that? It went like a really slow creak until it finally closed. The Yurei will always close doors at the exact same, like, pretty fast speed. It will always do like something like that, where it like, it doesn't go like boom, but it goes at like a speed like that. Like a regular door opening speed, like how you would open the door in real life, basically. So if you ever see it go like really slow, it's not a Yurei. So this shouldn't be a Yurei. Although we did have some issues on like day 1 of the new Tanglewood with these doors and when it was a Yurei, but I mean, we're gonna find out now, but I don't think so. Yeah, the door speed is very important to know. No, it should not be a Yurei. Even though we had... I mean, these are the type of things that I personally love so much about this game. Like, that whole, like... The whole puzzle aspect right there of seeing, like... Okay, all cabinet doors start closed. And it touched it once, and now it's fully open. That could be Yurei. And then you have, like, the Yurei in your mind. So you pay a lot of attention to doors. So then the next time you get a door touch, you try to... confirm your theory or disprove your theory, and then when you figure it out either way, you move on to the next thing. It's like very neat about this game, the way It makes you think. All right, let's see if it's still in this area. 19 degrees. Okay, very annoying ghost right now. 21 degrees. We got a... Oh, we got mirror. That's beautiful. Let's see. Okay, it's in the... Hello, buddy. Oh, fuck. I should have taken a photo. Garage? I think I should take... Is there a fridge in the garage, or is that just the kitchen? I'll take a sanity pill here. I think there's a fridge. If there's no fridge, then it's the kitchen. Let's see. It has a fridge in it now. Okay, there you go. It's new. So that's a bit of a weird ghost then. It was touching in such, or doing things in such a weird range. Aha, there it is. It was definitely this. Okay. Gonna try it that way, I guess. The garage fridge. Classic. Gonna see if it leaves that room. We need the audio recorder, right? Oh, I have this. Let's see how cold it is here. 11 degrees. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, we got salt? Oh, it's too late. Step in the other one. Thank you. Very cool. Now that, for example, is like just close enough where I personally wouldn't be comfortable to say that it's not a Galu. Once again, it fully closes the door. This is really trying to make us think that it's a Yuri. But I don't think so, because we saw that slow door touch. Unless the new doors on Tanglewood are like genuinely different for Yurei. Because in any other map, I would be like immediately certain that it's not a Yurei. But obviously, since this map is relatively new, there can always be some weird things that are different on it. Yeah, I'm gonna grab more salt to really rule out Galu for sure. Tanglewood doors are broken. I mean, we genuinely just have outright proof here if it is. I mean, unless they change the way the speed works, because it still fully opened or fully closed the door. It just did it at a speed that a regular Yurei would never do. I did take a pill, right? So my sanity is high because of that. We should grab more salt. And then I guess we could just do motion sensor. Yeah, interesting. 3-second delay. Yeah, I mean, that was exactly what I meant. Right there, it was like, it was very close together. It just turned on that light. We can rule out a mare. Turn on the light. Very nice. Okay, well, now it's definitely not a Gala. It stepped in that salt right there, so it's not a Wraith. Can I get that? No. It's not a Wraith and it's not a Galu. Useful. Put that there. Oh. Ah, so in this situation, that's interesting. Because when I placed it... Wait, why was it triggered there? I don't understand. It's triggered when it hits this for some reason. What the fuck? But then... Oh. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but anyway. Did I already do that, actually? Duplicate. Oopsie. I need to get the audio. You give me a sign? Okay. Please tell me that worked. Okay, finally it worked. Good lord. Excuse me, chill out, brother. No! You sucko! Okay, crazy ghost. Just trying to get a Got a video here? I don't know if I have a hiding spot. Do I have this light turned on? I gotta be sure to turn on this light. In case we need to do a loopy. Bit crazy right here. Airball? No, just light switch. Nice. I would like audio again. Would you blow out this candle, please? Give me a sign. We did get 2 recordings already, so we're good on the objective. Anyway, it's doing a few ghost events. I really would like to see it touch this door again. Oh. Blow the candle again. Okay. Why? Tell me why. Motion sensor. Do it again. Thank you. Wait, are we done with that? All but one. Ain't nothing but a banshee. Who knows? Repel will happen during a hunt. Do I have a smudgy here? Blinky lights over here. There we go. This thing. Blowing out. We're gonna put that right there. Oops. Grab it during a hunt. That was the 3rd blowout, I think, of the candle, and it did not use the crucifix. So... should not be... should not be an on Rio. You're being weird. Now, one thing very important, you might think, well, if it touches doors and it always opens and closes them, can't I just observe the ghost during a hunt to figure it out that way? No. So the Uri's ability does not apply during a hunt. Oh, it's blowing out the candle again. So keep that in mind. I feel like it's hunting time at this point. Let me check my sanity, actually. See if we're in like a weird range that it should have already hunted. What are we at right now? We are still like pretty much entirely impossible. That should not happen. We can use the mirror to just drop us to 37 right here, which is anybody's range except shade, which would be highly unlikely. Alright, let's see it. I'm gonna try and take a video here. It did touch like in a big range, because it's also touching stuff over here. I touched this painting. Is it actually just twins? I'm gonna listen first. See if it's gonna be twins. Because I'm kind of sus. Kind of sus right now. Because it did like interactions all over the building. Oh, I'd used the crucifix. Fuck. Nice. Video of that. Hey. Relax. Did you use both of the crucifixes? Oh wow, that's literally my first fucking thing. No way. Did I get that? Did that count? It did. Mirror. And then bone. Did not get bone yet, right? Bone in the basement. Bone over here. Not the right type of bone, unfortunately. Normal speed. Not a miley. Okay. By the way, probably better off closing this door before you go in here, because if it sees you going in there, then it's gonna try and kill you. Was not twins, unfortunately. You're being really annoying. I really wonder if this is gonna be a Yurei or not. That's gonna like definitively showcase if these doors are weird or not. I mean, I guess if it's not a Yurei, we don't really learn much, but if this is a Yurei, it's gonna be very strange. Because like you see, all these doors are fully, because this is actually fully open, I think. Yeah. Sounds completely normal. Sorry, I made a bunch of noise. It's not a yokai, by the way. Shut up! Ah, it was too close even, or too short to hear it. Is it actually in the basement, the bone? He's like... Oh, there's things... Wait, what the fuck? Have I just picked it up without remembering? I don't think so. Maybe I didn't check in one room properly. Hey! Are you fucking kidding me, man? You can see it just fine, bro. Stupid. I hate that you... So the way that the mist photo works is that if you don't... Basically, the photo only works if you take it from directly in front of the mist, which is stupid because the mist doesn't have a front. But you can, like, envision if there was a ghost walking here, what direction would it be facing? And if it's not facing directly at you, it's not gonna count the photo. Because if it's like, if it goes around something, it's technically pointed away from you. So the photo's not gonna work. Which, by the way, when you do a ghost photo, it totally works fine if you take it from the side, obviously. But for some reason, for the mist, it's just broken like that. So yeah, you have to be waiting until it points directly towards you. But that's stupid as fuck, obviously. But anyway, it is what it is. My goodness. Holy fuck. Alright, well I smudged immediately. Okay, it's totally normal speed. I'm actually starting to believe we should rule out a lot of ghosts here. So, I don't know, the smudge there was completely panicked, so I don't have a proper timer on it. So I don't know. Was it in this? I'm just so confused that the bone doesn't show anywhere. So this is another situation where it's gonna fail because it was technically already done. So even though you can once again see it there, when it touches you, it will slowly dissipate, but it will instantly disable the ability to take a photo. So as soon as you start hearing the sound, taking a photo is not gonna work anymore. Now the question is that gonna work? Is that gonna be a ghost photo, or am I gonna get triple fucked by this ghost? Let's see. Okay, but when it's a ghost, if you see the little fucking pinky toe, it counts at least. So the missed ghost event is just entirely fucked, but at least the regular ghost events are a lot less buggy than they used to be back in the time. Anyway, very stupid. Let's grab these guys right here. So yeah, I mean, just one more photo and we got like the beautiful, perfect game here. Kind of want to see if I can just get an EMF photo or something. I was gonna get it. I guess I still need the bone photo. Well, yeah, I still need the bone. So we don't really care about this. Because without the bone, it's not gonna be a perfect game anyway. Let's see. Nursery behind the bed. Sneaky, sneaky. What are we thinking? Bathroom? This is my first hard to find bone on the new Tanglewood, so I'm trying to... I want to actually, like, find it so we know where a bone could be if it's very sneaky. Could it be, like, inside of the curtains or something? I'm wondering. Turn off the breaker. Hey. Yeah, I should actually, like, step out and rule out all of the ghosts. You know what? We'll just sit in this locker real quick. So we know a lot of ghosts. It can't be a die-in because it's just normal speed, so we can rule out. We can rule out all the speed ghosts. It turned off the breaker. It turned on a light. Not a Moroi. Myling. We heard their footsteps from really far away. Oni. It did airball ghost events. That's not possible. Revenant. We got ghost photo. Right? Didn't disappear. It found us in the... when we were hiding in the bathroom closet easily, so not a yokai as well. Now it doesn't seem like it's faster or slower at all, so twins is off the table and Raichu as well. We checked for orbs. Oh. Oh boy. We need to smudge it properly. Oh! Really short? I was hoping to also look a little bit for Obake right there. I want you to stand up so we can do like a proper loop. On the kitchen island. Is it just maybe when it touches these it just always fully opens them? Because that's weird. It's like fully opening all of them. This is a very sneaky ghost. We're having to work real hard for this one. There's the bone. My goodness, man. No wonder. Sneaky as fuck. Where did I put the photo cam? Was it on the table? Probably like panic threw it on the ground somewhere. Oh, at the entrance. There it is. Very sneaky. You saw breath. Well, it couldn't have been that because the breaker was turned on and Hantu breath only works when the breaker is off. Plus it wasn't like fast or slow based on the temperature. Okay, so right now, let's grab a few things and throw it in the middle. Or... you know what? I'll smudge it here at 4:58:35. So, because that should have absolutely hit the ghost. Because it was right on top of me. 58:35, so we can test for spirit right here. Also grabbing just a bunch of random items to test for poltergeist, although that seems unlikely, but might as well do it. Very fucking stinky, moldy banana. Ugh! Why does it sound realistic too, man? That is exactly what that sounds like. Fuck you, CJ. Fuck you, man. Potato. That's exactly what my potatoes sound like. Bro, they're like all different fucking sounds. Hit the potato. What the fuck? Anywho, is it a spirit? It's been almost 2 minutes. Well, actually, no. It's been well, there we go. Please be crawling. Okay, it's just standing, not crawling. Footsteps just sound a little different on this floor, I think. It's not speeding up because I'm crawling. It's not throwing enough for a poltergeist. So it's definitely not an Obake, it's definitely not a poltergeist, and it has never been slow or fast, so it cannot be an Obambo. Spirit, it hunted way earlier. I think we haven't gotten any singing ghost events so far, right? But it could be a Banshee. I think we're gonna grab the Paramic here. Could also be oh, this might be classic. Yeah, we're gonna check for ghost surf as well. This could be classic Goryo. One of the things I always notice with Goryos is that they tend to do a lot of ghost events and interactions like away from the ghost room, and then they return back to the ghost room because they will never change their ghost room. But they do tend to, like, especially ghost events will be far away for some reason. I don't know, it's just something that feels like the Goryos tend to do a lot. But it could be Banshee. And we do have camera in here, right? We already checked for this, I think, but... I'm not seeing Orbeez. Still here. Okay, definitely not a shade! Definitely not a mimic. Banshee or Goryo gamers. Or maybe Yurei if the doors are different. That would be crazy. I need to... So the singing does not... The sound it makes during the hunt has nothing to do with Banshee or not, by the way. If it sings during a hunt, that's not like a sign it's a Banshee. Or the opposite. Okay. This door still... I really want you to... I think I'm gonna, like, smudge it here. To make it more... a little bit more active, so we might get this door touch here. Or a Banshee scream, if possible. Banshee scream, or I'm just, like, gonna... I guess just say it's a Goryo. It what? Didn't it just whisper in the ghost room, but then it wasn't actually there? What the fuck? Brother! That's very Banshee-like. That's heavy Banshee roam vibes. I'm gonna just smudge it. 350. 350. On the timer. Alright, let's see. I think this... it's like actually like so close between them. It could be both of them. Turn off the lights. Because we're getting... oh god, my mouse. We're getting kind of like overlapping behavior right now. Should be further away. I mean, it's clearly a female ghost model. It's Kim. Can't rule it out with that. Got everything right. We did get everything, so it's like the difference between a perfect game or not. Come on, if we can get that Banshee. That was such a suspicious roam, man. Right there, where it hunted from this room. And then it goes straight back to the ghost room. Let's see if it's too cold here. Now, before this used to be even worse. Oh! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think we can say it's a Banshee for sure. Let me quickly eat some sanity pills and use the mirror. I think it just changed ghost room. Which would be a dead giveaway. That's why the mirror is so useful. Against a Goryo. We need to have sanity pills or we're gonna get wrecked. Need to wait until I have at least 20%. Now I can check it. Please change ghost room so I can be certain about my choice. Yup! Okay, well that explains why I was hunting from there. So, well... So it's not a Goryo guaranteed. Now the question is, are doors bugged for Yurei or not on this map? I feel like we had this exact question before, but that was like literally the first day of playing on the new Tanglewood. And then we came to the conclusion that doors are bugged for Yurei on this map. But we haven't gotten another door touch. Like, every time I see a door though, like it's fully open. Right? It's so suspicious. But that one door touch was like... Great. It's singing now? I'm just gonna have to go with band. It wasn't singing much before though, that's the thing. It wasn't doing many singing ghost events, this one. It's really just... Touch this door. This is, I guess, a one scenario where Tanglewood suddenly... Oh. Oh! I mean, that's Yurei... Exactly what a Yurei door touch would look like. So I guess I'm gonna have to go with Yurei then. So what the fuck happened with the door? Maybe they just changed it with these new doors? Like the new doors, they will always land... That's actually that makes Yurei so much harder. If that's what it is. I mean, it fully opened it, but I feel like maybe that was too fast. I mean, that was a really suspicious door touch, though. But we didn't have many singing ghost events? Am I really just gonna get trolled here? I mean... Have you ever seen a ghost do a door slam on a fridge? Is that a thing it can do? I'm just gonna... Let's just go with Yurei here and see the... I think we have seen enough to be able to educate ourselves either way. I've never seen a door slam, because that would have been an open door slam on a fridge door, which... Is that a thing? That's okay. So that's definitive proof that maybe on every map now, or definitely on Tanglewood, you can no longer use the speed of the door touch to figure out whether or not it's a Yurei. Because we had that door touch where it touched the basement door, and it very slowly opened it, but it did land fully open. So I guess that means now that as long as the door always fully opens, you can say it's a Yurei. So it's really important then to set them at 45 degrees. Because if you don't set them at 45 degrees, you get exactly what we just had, where you get like this very suspicious looking door touch for it not being a Yurei, and then you end up getting trolled. That's actually okay. Now this might just be something on Tanglewood, since this was not a thing before the Tanglewood rework. So it's either this is only a thing on Tanglewood, or this is something that is just now the case on every map. We're gonna have to do more investigations to figure that out. That's very sneaky. Is that that was not a believer win, unfortunately. That was a really hard game because of that very, very strange door touch that should have usually ruled out Yurei, but didn't because of the Tanglewood map. Which, I mean, that's two examples we have now of the doors on Tanglewood working differently. So they're definitely different when it comes to Yurei. The question is just, is that on every map now, or is that only on abilities use 3? So this is different. Old Yurei was, if it used an ability, it would choose a door nearby and fully open or fully close most of the time the door. That's no longer how Yurei works. Yurei now instead just... Its ability is separated from the door touches. It will just use an ability sometimes where it will drain your sanity by, I think, around 13%. And every time it touches a door, it has different behavior now. So the door touches are just different for Yurei. So it's no longer like the ability count means how many times it touched the door. Which is definitely very confusing, or something to keep in mind, I guess, if you're familiar with how it used to work like a year ago, because maybe even longer. It was tied to the ability back then, but not anymore. That's a bit of a thing with this game, is that they constantly keep changing. Well, not constantly, but there is every now and then like some behavioral changes that suddenly, like, if you stop playing for a while, you're suddenly very confused that things are different. Like, there was a time when Banshees couldn't change Ghost Room, for example. That's no longer the case. They can change Ghost Room again, so that's confusing for sure. But yeah, as we said, so Euros will always either fully open or fully close a door, but specifically on Tanglewood, do not consider the speed at which it does this, which is very interesting. Very interesting that that's a new thing there. I mean, it makes sense then that we saw all those things, right? Every single time it touched a cabinet door, they were fully opened. Why can't I open that one? They were fully opened all the way, which I don't think it can touch these, can it? Maybe it can. I don't think so. They also don't make any fucking sound. It's so weird. What the hell, the door? Okay, it's in the basement, unfortunately. Can you give me a sign? Please be one of these. It's probably not. Oh, you're gonna be hallway. Can you do that? But you cannot do that? Interesting. Oh wow, I swear it used to detect the temperature where you were pointing the thermometer. But maybe that's just never been the case. But now, like, it only matters, like, if I'm in this room, it counts the temperature in this room. And if I stand in this room, it counts the temperature in this room, even if I'm pointing it in the other room. I think that used to be a thing. That's a long time ago, though, probably. Just never noticed this, because it was such a niche little thing. There's also very weird interaction with the spirit box. I think that's still in the game, where if you drop the spirit box in a room, it will detect whether or not you are in the room with the ghost, and not whether or not the spirit box is in the room with the ghost. So, for example, if you throw a spirit box in a room, and then you stand in another room, and the ghost is in that other room, you can get a spirit box response from the spirit box that's, like, laying, like, a few meters away in another room. The only time this is really useful is if you want to record the audio of the spirit box, because then what you can just do is turn on the spirit box, throw it on the floor, and then walk around the room with the recorder in your hand. So you technically moving around the spirit box without actually moving the spirit box. So you have a higher chance to get a response. Now, obviously, you do have to be in range of the spirit box, like, radius, which is actually pretty small, especially for the tier 1. But just a small little fun interaction. Video of the ghost, motion sensor, and EMF. Okay. Yeah, tier 1 stuff does suck pretty bad. Voice recognition, I mean, so if you're using, so this is actually a thing that I haven't talked about in a while. There's different voice recognition systems. System voice is like Windows, if you use Windows. You have text-to-speech, which is if you really can't make anything else work, you can always do text-to-speech. And then you have none. Well, I don't know why you would do that. And then, wow! Wait. Wow, they made that confusing now. Is this the right setting? Is that what they're naming it now? That is so confusing. Okay, so I forgot what system this is. It used to just tell you what the system is, but there's a specific voice recognition protocol or whatever that they use if you set it to voice. And if you set it to system voice, it just uses your default Windows VOS, is that what it's called? Anyway, it just uses your default Windows voice recognition. The problem with the Windows voice is that if you ever alt-tab your game, it stops recognizing your voice. The way you fix this is by simply just pressing the Windows key twice. That's how I fix it. That's how, just the easy fix. You just open the Windows, you close it again. You can't see it because it's only recording the game right now, but it opens your window thing. That's it. Just press the Windows key twice, and then it hears you again. So that could be a fix for you. Obviously, you gotta, so in this situation, if you have it set to system voice, you need to really make sure, and I think even with Voss maybe, you need to make sure that your microphone is set to the correct microphone in Windows, not in the settings here. So this microphone is also completely wrong, by the way. This is my camera, which doesn't, this doesn't work, but it's fine. This is the microphone that's used for multiplayer. The microphone that's used for the Ghost is the settings within Windows. So yeah. Very confusing. What? Creepy. Oh, it's so creepy. I love that. That's why it's a shame that they're removing these mannequins from the maps that they're reworking. I really, that's such a, like, quiet, creepy stuff like that is really missing in the new maps. Because the new maps are so loud and bombastic and, like, in-your-face type of scares. There's not many of these, like, sneaky type of scares. You turn off that thing? Can you give me a sign? I mean, I guess maybe they're so sneaky we haven't found them yet. Who knows? Tier 2 thermo is much better than the tier 1. I think it's fine. You just hold the button. 1 degree in here. Okay, well, anyway, we're yapping up a storm. We need to grab some actual evidence items so we can figure out this ghost. It's doing very little activity when we're in the ghost room. So yeah, Obambo. So Diane, by the way, so we talked about the Gallo already with the salt and the weird interaction. Diane is really easy. By the way, it's Herald, so it can't even be a Banshee or a Diane, so we don't have it here. But speaking of, it's just fast when you're moving next to it and slow when you're standing still next to it during a hunt. Now, it can also hunt earlier when you're moving, which is basically always, unless you just go AFK at the keyboard, you'll always be moving at least a little bit. So it can hunt at, I think, 60 to 65, something like that, early. So it can hunt really early if you're moving, so it's just an early hunter. And when you're standing still, I think it hunts at 45%, which is just such a weird amount, but yeah. So it hunts a tiny bit later if you're standing still. Oh, hello there. Steps in assault. I'm trying to get the other one. Okay, 4 seconds have passed. So now if it steps in the other salt, we know it cannot be a Galu. Let's place this down. So Diane is the easy one. Like, I've never been really confused by a Diane thinking it was another ghost. I think the sneaky one is Obambo. This one has, it will either be faster or it will be slower. And it will be swapping between fast and slow every around 2 minutes. Oh. It's not a Galu. So it can very easily mimic, like a lot of, it can mimic the twins easily. You can think like, oh, now it's slow, and then the previous hunt it was fast, so it must be the twins. It can mimic a Hantu if, like, the temperature is warm and it's slow. You might be like, oh, it's a Hantu, easy. And then it ends up being an Obambo. Like, these, because it can be both fast and slow, unrelated of, like, where the twins, it's just a 50% chance to either be fast or slow. With the Obambo, it's swapping between them. It can mean that you get trolled to think that it's, like, the twins, or Hantu, or something, even like a Moroi, where you get it to be slow when you're like at 40% sanity, which means you, like a Moroi would be slightly slower when you're around 40% sanity, and then you get a hunt at 0% sanity, suddenly it's really fast, and then you think, oh, it's a Moroi, but no, it's actually an Obambo, because it's like a coincidence ghost. If it gets lucky, it can really troll you pretty badly. And it's really easy to get trolled that way because, like, I've learned so much to, like, one of those instances of, like, oh, I got a really good confirmation of, like, it was fast and then it was slow. It's the twins. I have to, like, remind myself, oh, now there's a separate option, which is Obambo. Because Obambo will be swapping between fast and slow. It's literally all it does, by the way. It's a simple ghost, but because of its simple design and like, the way that it's implemented, it actually starts to kind of feel like a bunch of other ghosts. Blew out the candle while I was in the room. So it shouldn't be a shade, but it's kind of inactive right now, so who knows. Anyway. So the Obambo is the ghost of someone never properly laid to rest, fickle and defensive. It flickers between states of calm and aggression. The only part here that matters is the last one. It flickers between states of calm and aggression. Strength is, while aggressive, the Obambo is quicker to start hunting. I think it starts hunting at around 60% sanity. I actually need to, like... There's just so many sanity ranges now that I keep, like, getting them confused, and... I was used to the previous sanity ranges, but now there's like new sanity ranges included, and I'm confused. It's 65%. Oh yeah. The crazy part is this one. Yeah, while calm, the Obambo is slower to start hunting and easier to track. Oh yeah, wait a minute. And this is, if it is slower in this phase, it can only start hunting at 10%. So I guess it's never gonna feel like a Moroi then, because it will never be hunting slow while you're at 40% sanity. Just slammed the door. What the fuck? Which is actually that's very interesting. So it can kind of feel, in that way, it can also feel like a shade a little bit sometimes. Like, sometimes you'll get like, it'll not hunt for a really long time, because if you're, like, above 10%, it's really easy. Calm Obama was 45? Okay, well, now I'm getting... It's very important. Is there information on the wiki on this? I don't know, because I just don't... I would have to test. I haven't found an Obambo in a while. Obambo... Phasmo wiki. Is that a thing? Is it the... No, it is 10%. It is, according to the wiki, which I'm assuming is correct, it is 10% and 65. 10 and 65. So I'm gonna trust the wiki. I think the wiki gets its information from the, like, official... There's also an official guide in the Phasmophobia Discord that's maintained by the developers themselves. So it should be in there as well. That's probably where they get the information from. CJ doesn't know these things most of the time because he doesn't design the ghost behaviors directly. He actually does quite a bit of the ghost design, but the, like, nitty-gritty details like that, he doesn't always decide. That's, like, more of a DK or Lavender type of thing. Oh. Yeah, 65-45 is for Diane. That's the one I remember. That's the one I actually tested, like, very thoroughly. I mean, I could rewatch my own videos because we did some pretty solid testing on this. Except the Obama. The Obama was very confusing when we did it because I didn't realize it had such sneaky behaviors. So the weakness, not hunting until 10% sanity, is kind of crazy because that means it will only basically ever hunt, at least until you're genuinely 0% sanity. It will only hunt in its aggressive state, which means you're just permanently gonna have a fast ghost. So this also means what can happen with the Obambo is that it can change its speed during the hunt, right? So this is a dead giveaway. If it's fast at first and then it changes to be slow, or the other way around, you know, and it has no other reason, like it's not because it's what the fuck? Did you just turn on the light after you turn it off and then you turn it back on? And then I turned it off because I tried to click at the exact same time as the ghost? What the fuck just happened? Excuse me? I'm assuming it just turned on the light, so it can't be a mare. That was really weird. Anyway. So yeah, it will basically only hunt when it's in its aggressive state and be really fast. Although it has the it has the ability to swap forms during the hunt, which is really interesting. It'll suddenly become slow or sometimes suddenly become fast. However, you don't often see this, and I actually think I can reason out a rational explanation as to why you almost never see the ghost or hear the ghost. Fuck. Change speed during the hunt as an Obambo. I think it's because if you're anywhere between the range of 10% and 65% sanity, right? That means that it will never hunt. Good lord, it's just Ghost is trying to get a lot of attention right now. Oh, that didn't work, because of course it didn't, because the shit is fucking busted as all hell. That means it will not hunt while it's in its shy state, because it's not, you're not below 10% sanity. But as soon as it swaps to the aggressive state, it's basically like you swap to being instantly at 0% sanity, because you instantly can be hunted because you're within the range of the ghost. So it's very quickly gonna start hunting when it shifts to aggressive, which means that it'll be in the start of the 2-minute window when it starts hunting. So you'll not see it swap to its slow phase, because it's still like, it has 2 minutes of being fast, and it's gonna hunt you right away, because as soon as it swaps, you're instantly in range to be hunted. So very soon after, it'll start hunting, and then after the hunt is over, it will eventually swap, but you won't be noticing that during the hunt. So you need to get a very specific situation for it to actually change speed during the hunt. Or what can happen... My goodness, this ghost is talking. What the fuck? Is it gonna work this time? Let's see. That better fucking work, I swear to God. Okay, there we go, finally. So you very often don't get to see the ghost change speed during a hunt when it's an Obambo. Oh, the mannequin is there now, what the fuck? So creepy. What is my sanity, bro? I feel like I must be low sanity. I guess I was standing in the light. But I've been yapping up a storm without very, very little happening. Okay, yeah, I was standing in the light, that's why. Let's grab some smudgies. Actually, one smudgy is fine. And then this is the sneakiest thing, but it's actually extremely useful. But it's so hard to notice that if you have an Obambo and it's in its fast state, the hunts will be 20% shorter, which is an extremely... I really love that ability. It's such a fun ability. This is for the Obambo, yeah. Because you will, it's like the thing, you won't notice it unless you're paying very close attention to it. So it's something that's like hiding in plain sight, which I really enjoy as types. Like, I really enjoy when ghosts have abilities that are kind of hiding in plain sight. Like, for example, the Oni blinking. When I don't pay attention to the Oni blinking, I will often miss it because, like, you don't really, unless you're actively paying attention to it, it doesn't really, like, stand out that the ghost is very visible. Unlike the Phantom, where it's immediately obvious, okay, I cannot see this ghost fucking at all. Like, obviously, this is a Phantom. It doesn't work the other way around, which I think is kind of interesting. So yeah, if you get a hunt and that suddenly, like, lasts a lot shorter, you know, okay, wait, that is actually an Obambo. If it's fast, then the hunts are slower. That's like another neat thing you can do. And besides that, like, if you get these really weird bouts of aggression and then long periods of nothing, that's also a really dead giveaway for the Obambo, but that's also kind of like a shade. So that's why I love the Obambo so much, because it really can set you on the wrong foot, where you start tunnel visioning, thinking, oh, this is a shade, oh, this is a spirit, because it's not hunting and I just smudged, even though that has nothing to do with it this time. Because what can happen, for example, with I've been trolled thinking it's a spirit. Spirit is kind of hard if you got a hunt. If you get a hunt and you hear that it's slow or fast, you should immediately know it's not a spirit. But like sometimes you smudged it outside of a hunt, or you just... I don't think this is on Rio, by the way. Or you're just at really low sanity at this point, and you're like, wait a minute, it's still not hunting? Must be a shade, but then it could just be an Obambo in its shy state. Now, it does change pretty fast between these. Like, every 2 minutes, I think, is the number. It will change between these states. So you're not going to have really long times of no aggression. But still, the like, confusing nature to the Obambo leads to you, like, kind of trolling yourself. Which I think is what makes it so fun. This ghost is fucking weird. This ghost is like doing very little right now. It did an airball, right? So it's not an Oni. I think we're just gonna... It's not this guy either. I think we're just gonna use the music box because this is ridiculous right now. Alright, we only have one. Oh, fuck you. Not a Jinn? Maybe it's an Obambo right now. Who knows? That would be interesting. Dude, that would be so good if it's an Obama right now. I just want to quickly check my sanity to see if there's anything crazy going on. Also, I need to swap the lighter. I'm almost out of matches, bro. I mean, the aggressive could have already hunted now, but anyway. Typhon, thank you for the Prime. Alright. Sounds like normal speed. Wait, is that a yokai? It didn't immediately follow me. Let's see. Yeah! Well, it's a beautiful yokai example. You see how it's walking by with my flashlights on? Just walking back and forth. It doesn't detect your equipment until it's right next to you. So, very clear yokai right there. Which I guess because I wasn't... No, I'm pretty sure yokai... It's a miracle I haven't been hunted yet. Because I was the loudest motherfucker in that basement the whole time. I was yapping nonstop about Obambos. And for some reason it didn't hunt yet. That's interesting. Anyway, get me out of here. Easy yokai. I don't know if we did all the objectives. Probably didn't... There was a hunt objective. I didn't do that one just now because I wasn't... The ghost didn't see me. Motherfucker! Alright, it's a bunch of bullshit objectives. Get me out of here. I'll take the yokai. Thank you very much. So I do really like that they're introducing these ghosts that are still obvious if you're paying attention, but have overlap with other ghosts. I think that's a good way to kind of like nerf hunting, like figuring out the ghost during a hunt, because figuring out the ghost during a hunt is an extremely powerful thing that once you like get pretty good at it, you can like half the ghosts you can instantly know with one single hunt, which is still the case. Like once we get more used to Obambo and Galu, it's gonna be much less likely that we'll get fooled by them, but at least for now they're still like kind of putting up a fight. All right, we're gonna go to Edgefield. But we do need to spin the wheel again, because unfortunately we did not get a win. Oh, heavy rain. Spirit. Let's see, what do we get? Oh, you motherfucker. That would have been so sick. 1 second. I'll let you guys jam for a moment. What do we got? We got Mary, so it could be Diane or a Banshee. Let's see it. Fun fact, guys. I tried to install a game on my gaming computer, and I was out of space. I had 1.5 terabytes of games installed on my gaming computer, because I had never, since I bought it, I had never uninstalled a single game. So I had 320 games installed. And that's only the Steam games. We play a lot of itch.io type games too. Did I just hear dirty water for a second? So I made some space. Hello, Bone. And that, I mean, I actually don't know what the first number was, because I already installed a few games before I looked at the total number of games, so it was probably even more. I don't know the exact number. Anyway, that's a lot of games. I freed up like 1 terabyte, but I had to click so many. Good lord. Thought I heard something upstairs, but maybe I just trolled myself. I think I trolled myself. Downstairs, maybe? Oh, I did hear dirty water, but it was as I was walking on the stairs. There we go. Okay, just touched the door, but it didn't. So now the question is that all that it fully opened the door? Could that also be a Ure on the map like this? Like, I don't know. That's gonna make that, if this is a consistent change across all maps, then, because that before would be, we will be able to rule out Ure right there. Like that would be not a Ure. So I'm gonna just roll with that for now, and we'll see what it ends up being. But if they've actually changed it, that the speed is now variable when it comes to the Ure ability, that's like a really big buff to the Ure. Like, I really hope not. Because then, because I was really happy that Ure's was an easy thing you could figure out with like one single door touch. Because they used to be so fucking annoying. If they're once again super annoying, I'm gonna be losing my mind. Can you give me a sign? Okay, we got very cold and dirty water in there. Oh, come on, man. Give me the video. You're such a bitch. Could be Hantu. So it did already well, actually no, the breaker was off already by default, right? So. Hello, buddy. So we're gonna grab a candle. Holy thunder. This salt candle. Yeah, the trailer. Could be a spirit or a wraith. Because it's dirty water. They used to, I mean, it goes to show, it gives away that originally dirty water was planned as an evidence, but they took that out, obviously. But they still left it in the trailer, which is hilarious. What? Oh, maybe it's kitchen. Is this bugged right now? Now it fully smacked the door. What is happening? Why is it cold in all these rooms? The breaker is clearly on. I guess it hasn't been on for that long, to be fair. Very weird. There's like 3 rooms that are currently at exact ghost room temperature. There's the question, which one's gonna stay at that temperature? This one's going up to 7 now. And that's why you always gotta set it at a 45-degree angle, because you might just get that exact thing. And turn on the light, no mare. Thank you very much. Alright, buddy. Give us Obambo. I'm gonna put... Blew out the candle right there. Interesting. Spirit, maybe? Hello. Come on. You're not stepping in the salt, buddy. You're not helping me here. I might need to bring more salt. It might not actually be in that room. Well. We need salt, salt. Sound recorder, photo. Let's see if that works out. Lucy, thank you for that. 18. Ah, so that is a guaranteed not Urei. So it touched the door, it was going open, and it was left at this, so we can actually properly fully relay Urei. Nice. Okay, it's throwing shit at me. So actually don't. So that was too close together, I think. Please don't step in the other salt right now. It should be enraged now. So if it steps in that 4th salt, it's gonna be... Ah, there we go. No Galu. Very nice. We need to put candle over there. Oh, second blowout for potential Onria. Can you give me a sign? Knock on the window. 64, yes. On my gaming PC. On my streaming PC, I think I only have 32. I play Phasmo on my streaming PC, by the way. That's the only time I don't use my gaming PC, because I just have all my, like, stats and stuff set up, and I think some of... I don't know if this gets lost, actually, if you play it on a different computer. I don't think it does, but anyway. It's just easier with the wheel spins and stuff. Can you blow out the candle for the 3rd time, please? It's a reason for 2 PCs. When you play indie horror games, you are signing up for a Wild West of... Is that quiet? Is it done? Oh no, not yet. Oh god. Okay, it's gonna be done now. When you play a bunch of random indie games made by like one guy, who does not like do any optimization or testing whatsoever, you encounter games that'll like fucking run like absolute dog water. Actually, it's not even that necessarily. It's games that are programmed to like eat up your entire computer. Like some games will use like 100% of your GPU. So if you try to do anything at the same time, like watch a video or record or live stream, you completely bottleneck the live stream because the game is like, well, I'm the only thing that matters here. Ay, ay, ay! Bro, that's so aggressive. Is that it? So that's why I had to do a streaming PC, because every now and then we would find a game where you couldn't do frame limiting, so you can't make it so that the game, like, a lot of the time a game runs at like 1,000 FPS and you don't notice because you're fucking playing it and you are not doing anything at the same time. But when you're trying to stream and a game starts running at 1,000 fucking FPS, eating up your entire GPU like it's nobody's business, it's gonna be very noticeable for the people watching the stream. Or it'll do it like, sometimes these are things you never notice when you're like playing it yourself. Sometimes a game will run at like 1,000 FPS while in loading screens, for example, and you'll never notice this unless you're trying to stream. Excuse me. Is this ghost is hunting from back here, right? Actually, it can't be. What the fuck is going on, bro? It's in such a weird range right now. Bro, taking a shit on the toilet, but the red lights are on. Spooky shit. Ah! It's normal speed, though, is the thing. What is this stupid as fuck ghost, bro? Can you ever find me? Jesus Christ. Finally. Uh-oh. Okay. I smudged it at like 4720 here. We should do like a looping test and stuff, because this is honestly like very strange behavior. Like interacting in a huge range, not really fast or slow. Very aggressive, but not using it. Like very aggressive, but not using the crucifix ever. Like, how the fuck is it done? I know the tier 1 crucifix sucks butt, but like, are you kidding me, man? Even in like 4 hunts, it hasn't managed to stop a single one. You fucking kidding me? Absolutely useless. No, it should not be able to be Uri, unless they literally just took out the ability. But I don't think that's what happened. Bro, this ghost is insane, man. Jesus. Dirty water going on over there. Actually, like a banshee or something? Should be on 90 seconds and like 5 seconds here. Hello? Should be able to. Okay, well, definitely not a spirit. Not a poltergeist. It's not fast. Well, like, it is fast, but it's not fast by default. It's just line of sight speed up. Okay, so that rules out a ton of ghosts. It's also not an Oni, Phantom, Poltergeist. That's what we ruled out right there. I think that should have also ruled out Jin and Myling. I need to turn off this sink because it's kind of tripping. How has it not worked? It cannot be a demon, or it's like actual Houdini over here. Escaping the crucifix like a damn professional. It can't be, right? No way. I mean, all of these ghosts, like, there's so many ghosts we can rule out, of course. Obama was never faster or slower. Wraith. It did hunt in the same room with me, right? Obake. Didn't it just turn off a breaker? I thought it turned off the breaker once. Yokai, it found me easy. Spirit, Raichu. I guess we should grab some more candles, maybe? Maybe it's like a weird on Rio or something. Alright, let's keep an eye on those. I think it's like technically back here. Like in this room. Oh, there's another smudge. Let's see though. Let's see if anything changed. 11. Oh, did it? I'm gonna run out of matches. I need to swap these out. I only got 2 more matches. That's a little dangerous. At least with the tier 1 igniter, you can see when it's about to run out. Because the tier, I mean, I guess it should never. You should never have the lighter turn off, but or run out. I think technically the lighter tier 2 can run out of fuel, but you have to like have it be on for like 5 minutes or something. Okay, it used a crucifix. It did blow out a candle before that. Wait a minute. And it turned on the light. So it's not a mare for sure. We already knew that. I need to move. Didn't I have another crucifix? Guess I didn't have it in the house. There it is. Oh boy. Don't do it. Hey, bitch, don't do that. It's so slow to light this. Wait, it blew it out. It's an Unrio after all we've been through. Excuse me. Wow. So Unrio can blow out the same. It's the only ghost that can blow out the exact same the exact same candle within a 20-second window. So easy, I guess. GG. Unrio, you've been had. Bada bing, bada boom. Sneaky ghosts today. We also had sneaky ghosts when we were doing the No Evidence, No Sanity weekly today. They're trying to trip me up, but not with the new ghost, but we did, like I explained all the stuff about how the new ghost can trip you up, which I think, I mean, let me know how you've been fooled by the new ghost, because I can't be the only one that keeps continually being fooled by these guys, especially because they don't show up. Like, they don't show up, and then suddenly you get one of the new ghosts, and you get, like, forcefully reminded that you need to keep them in mind at all times. Anyway, I always enjoy playing some No Evidence. Hope you did as well, watching it over on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you want to join the Love the Gamer share and chat, you can join us over at twitch.tv/Instagram. The link in the description down below. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye. We did it. We leveled up like 11 levels, 12 levels today, I think. Yeah, we're gonna call it right there, though. A little early because, if you noticed, we went crazy late a few days in a row, and I need to at least try and pretend that I'm trying to have a good sleep schedule, so... we're gonna make sure to get some rest today. Thank you so much for chilling. Hope you had a fun time. If you want to watch more of me, I got a video for you coming right up. If you want to check out me playing some scary new farming horror game. You heard that right, farming horror game. Yup. Go check that out. I will link it in the chat right now. Go check that out. Link it. That's the wrong. I was about to do that. Wrong link. That's all the ghosts in Phasmo, brother. That's not what I meant to do. There you go. That's the link I wanted to send you. I have that for the wheel. I had it on copy paste so I could reset the wheel. Thank you.